Thanks. Yep. What's up, Whoopie? Where do I rank the new map? That's where I rank the new map. We'll at some point do a official discussion on it, but not yet.
Landon and Kevster combined to punish, and when you hear the Deadeye, right, you're so used to there being, you know, that expected amount of time before the Skull Channel comes in, before he shoots, but when Ant Matrix comes out, that time is halved, and the reactions just aren't there for GK.
I kind of want to see GK try and take that position again, though, right? They haven't really been successful.
Hi.
Haven't really
everybody.
been successful trying to, like, fight over here by the elevator and kind of force them back. I think kind of TPing across to, like, more of the...
What's up, Kaliko? Rude. How are y'all? How have the matches been today so far?
In that fight, so see where they decide to take it. They're going to bunker up here.
I need y'all's help today. We have a discussion piece we're going to be doing in a bit. And... Lambo Leap, thank you for the sub. I like the name, by the way. That's funny. I'm gonna need some silver gold players, and I'm gonna need some diamond players. So if you are available today, you're chilling, and you don't mind jumping into a VC with a couple other players for literally like 15 minutes, let me know. Seriously, you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to. You're banned from this for a very important reason, but I will not be able to elaborate.
They have to push past it. The cart moving through it. Painful. VP not contesting is beautiful here. Blocks available for Icenom. CP's able to
tank and damage? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, you're not allowed to either, Jackson. You guys are too privy. You guys have to play dumb.
Dig their heels in on Hollywood to go up to series point 2-1 for them.
Basically, Captain Redstorm, thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the 15 months.
Wagwan Brave, what you saying?
I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna actually let my Discord know. I am going to need some silver, gold, and diamond players in a bit. We'll keep you updated. Okay. I need diamond players. Here's what I need from you. Tier list maker. I need you, if there are 3 diamond players in my chat right now, all I need from you is about 15-20 minutes of your time and the ability to join a VC. Not with me, but with 2 other diamond players. I need 3. And you're going to have a very quick group project. Yes, seriously, that image is hilarious. All right, so I've got Can Do, Captain Redstorm, Ash Thursday. Okay, Sneaky Goaty. Okay, right there, you 3, right there. I need you to join any VC in my Discord really quick. Any VC. Jump in my Discord right now, you 3. So again, Drewman, Ash, Captain Redstorm, sorry, Ash Group, and Sneaky Goaty. And Drewman Group, if you want to jump in for 4, I don't mind. It doesn't have to be 3. 4 is fine too. Jump into VC. Go. As quickly as you can. And I'm going to jump in with you and explain to you so you guys can actually hear it. All right, great. I see you guys. I see you joining. Okay, hi. You might need to mute the stream. Okay, here's the plan. I'm going to send you guys, in Overwatch General, I'm going to drop a tier list maker. In Overwatch General. You see it?
Yes.
Okay. You guys have to spend tops 30 seconds per hero. Make a tier list. You are now content creators. You are now going to tell players what heroes are best to play in ranked. Okay? and you have to agree on them. Now,
Oh,
I
shit.
said 30 seconds, so here's what happens. If you guys strongly disagree, either A, go with the majority, like 2 of you agree with one placement, the other one disagrees, right? Then the majority wins, or find a middle ground, okay? But the rule is that you can't spend more than like 30 seconds or a minute on each hero. I need this done in like 30, 45 minutes. You guys can finish it as fast as you like or as slow as you like. It's up to y'all. Make sense?
Okay.
Okay.
Hey guys, do
So-
you want me to like stream it?
Yeah. Stream it to your to
Yes,
Redstorm,
yeah.
to Sneaky Goaty. Yeah. One of you guys will have to do the placements. Y'all will have to just debate over it amongst selves. And if anybody else joins, just tell them that they can listen. But you guys are the leads. So Ash, you're the lead here, and then you run it. And then when you're done, take a picture of the tier list and just DM it to me, or at me in Overwatch General with a tier list. Oh no, don't at me. Send me a friend request on Discord. Send me a friend request on Discord with a picture, and then I will accept it, and then we'll go from there. Does that make sense? But basically, the rule is I don't want anybody. Actually, I might just close this channel. I don't want anybody. Yeah, I'm not gonna like it. Nobody can even see this channel. I don't want anybody but you guys to see the final result of this. Okay? Just you guys.
Yeah.
Make
sure.
sense? All right.
Am I also part of this, or like should I leave?
You could. What rank are you?
I'm diamond.
You can join. Yeah, sure. Go for it.
All right.
Go for it. Yeah, y'all for it. Knock it out. And like I said, just have it. But yeah, this VC is now invisible to non-moderators, so you guys should not be interrupted anymore. Okay. Good luck. Take care. If you guys have any questions, just drop them in Twitch chat. All right.
This can only end well.
All right. Okay. I still need silver or gold players. I don't imagine there's that many of them in the current stream right now. But before I go to Overwatch General, are there any ones? Falcon, great, that's one. Your support is gold. What's your highest rank? If you're like diamond or masters in your highest rank. I'll tell you what it's for later. No spoilers. So Falcon's here. We need to know what Massive Poo's other ranks are. Plat, tank, DPS, gold support. Okay, that's good enough. That's not too bad. So we've got Falcon and Massive Poo. Can we get one more? 2 is fine. We can make 2 work. Okay, great. Shiro, can you guys join a voice channel and do what we just did? You guys probably heard what I just did. Could you do that as well? Are you guys available? I'll need a confirmation from all 3 of you before we set it up. Okay, that's 1. That's good. 2. That's good. What about Massive Poo? Are you available, Massive Poo? Sorry, I know OWCS. I haven't even lifted a weight yet, but I wanted to get this started now because we're not going to actually do this until later. Okay, great. Jump in any VC that's not currently being utilized, and I'll give you guys the quick rundown. Make sure we're all good. Yeah, this is just strength tier list, like who you would recommend people to play in ranked. That's it. And again, if you don't agree or disagree, like just find some middle ground. Okay, great. We're in Talon Red. Welcome. How's it going, mate? Long time no chat. We're just waiting on Shiru. That's Shiru, and then we need Massive Poo. And I don't care who runs the tier list. Ash Thursday was running that tier list with the Diamond crew. It doesn't really matter.
Massive Poo. Massive Poo is a fantastic name.
Yeah, it's something for sure. Okay, Massive Poo's in the wrong
I can run the
VC.
tier
I'll drag
list.
Massive Poo in. All right.
I can run the tier list.
No. Okay, you can run it. Okay, here do you have the link in? I'll drop it one more time. So you're gonna run the tier list. Y'all debate over it again. Don't take too long. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna shut this down. All right, Califron, Chak, you guys can stay here, but you guys are not allowed to contribute. And whatever you see in this tier list is for your eyes only. This tier list that Shiru is streaming right now is secret. Make sense? So no leaks.
Okay, yeah.
I actually made the
we
VC
understand.
invisible,
We
so if you guys
contribute.
leave, you guys will be unable to rejoin. Just for right now.
All right, I'll mute.
Yeah. You can watch,
Or
but yeah.
did
Okay,
you
I'm off.
did you send us a specific link for the?
I just dropped in Overwatch General. Just create. You could literally Google
Perfect,
Overwatch
gotcha.
Hero tier list up to Shion. It doesn't need to be. Just anything. And then when you're done,
There's
let
a-
me know and send me a friend request in Discord, and I will do the same thing where you'll like screenshot the final result and send it to me, and I'll keep it secret. And then I'll have a diamond tier list and I'll have a gold tier list. Basically, that's the goal. Okay. All right. See y'all in a little bit. No rush. Okay. We're gonna go back and watch some OWCS.
They go in besides their
I'll
rush,
explain what's going on in a
they
little
kinda
bit.
change the
I'll explain
pace
what's going
there.
on in a little bit.
They have the Kitsune
Um,
that's the time to go.
You'll have to wait and see. You'll have to wait and
That
see.
is a really easy first point win there
It'll be
for
probably
Kitsune.
closer to 45 minutes before we get to this. Just a fair warning, but we'll start to have some of the results. No, we're all good with diamond players and gold and silver players for now. I should actually put that in Twitch right now that we're done, because I know I added that extra thing. All set, thank you. Just recently filled up. No, don't do that, Sarah. I can be privy to the information. It doesn't compromise anything if I'm privy to the information. It doesn't matter. Hello, Rhea. Oh, I forgot. Okay, I need to do something when this game is done. How have the games been so far today? Looks like Geek is stolen the map off of VP, which is nice. I mean, VP are basically Thanos as of recently, so that's kind of cool. You're just a baby? Uh-huh.
So comfortable in this matchup. He is a difference maker. We don't often say that about Reaper players.
Yeah, he's got Finn there with a
It's funny how we're just like expecting VP to just turbo stomp, but like
solely on keeping Alfie alive.
when Geek is a freaking insane roster, no?
Fix it with a beat here,
Right?
though. This is a prime opportunity.
Like just if you go off a store, oh, Lebda gets picked off. Like,
That is huge. That's the OC that
like,
was used as well.
yeah, crazy. It's crazy that the 4th seed just off of their. I mean, obviously Finn, maybe not historically the most rated Kiriko of all time, but yeah. EMEA feels kind of stacked, no? I feel like if we're gonna go off of name recognition alone, EMEA compared to NA just looks so freaking stacked. Just so stacked. I did not watch any. I've not watched anything recently. I was at my. I had a business meeting and I was with my dad. My dad's birthday was yesterday, so yeah, the player strength is 100% there. Alpha Yi is definitely like one of those like shoulda, coulda, woulda players, you know, where like alternate timeline. I don't know as much about him, but like from my limited experience with him, like shoulda, coulda, woulda. Like we're talking about like he sang. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about like proper level almost, you know. Thank you, Lambo Leap. I appreciate it. I remember when he was with Justice, like his rookie year. I think was it his rookie year? That might have been his sophomore year, but just like just a freak. Yeah, what have you guys seen with the changing meta? What like is it people getting more used to Xion? I'm trying to think what else would be relevant here. I mean, I guess the Reaper nerf, meaning that you have to kind of play Reaper. Reaper's not really a meta definer. He's more of a follower. Like, if the synergy's there, it's great. People adjusting to, like, finding counter comps to Mizuki and Sigma and stuff. Yeah, Lucio is just a weaker hero. Yeah. Interesting. New maps is always weird to me. Players are often very risk-averse to new maps because they don't have, like, strats and plans planned out, so... Yeah, right. Cat Bastion got nerfed a little bit. Sigmizuki, Xion, Malga, yeah.
Have a Death Blossom to work with. It'll be Catnap here connects with one, but it's going to be the Death Blossom that takes out Fixa.
It's
out of the frying pan into the fire. Big beat from Calyx finds all four targets.
You got 6-0'd by Geek in Tokyo. In scrims? Like, what's the deal? What do you mean in Tokyo? I'm sorry, I'm super out of the loop here. Wow, man, 2-0 for Geek. That's really interesting. Grouch, I don't think that is a hot take for sure, Grouch, but I don't think support Sombra would be terrible. I know Sombra players wouldn't like it, but I agree with you that like hack as a utility onto your teammates is like, I think I'm way better. I played Ralph support Sombra and it wasn't like perfect, but I did have a good time like hacking teammates and stuff like that. That was kind of cool. So I would agree with you. I think support Sombra would be kind of a fun strat. You could keep like hacking health backs and so on. You could keep some stealth dynamics for like rotations and stuff, but
makes all the difference in the world, and now
or just even leave her in the DPS category, but she's more of like a support DPS, you know? Yeah, Malga Reaper's just sleeper. At least Xion keeps it fresh. Hazard ban? Yeah, it's a protect ban for sure. I like to protect Malga.
Finn here with Alfie, so seems like it might be a clutch up scenario. Yeah,
yeah, I agree with you, Diddy. Again, I really can't believe that that's. I just don't really I don't like the fact that I just had to say that, but.
Psycho was maybe looking for an angle there.
Yeah, Malga's way better than Ram.
doesn't really
More
find
fun.
a great opportunity to do so. As
The heal hack was fun, yeah. It was kind of bad, but it was fun. I would love for something that, like what you guys were saying, something other than healing. Love you. Like some sort of like, you know, like... Guys, well, how many different utility could you have? Speed boost, damage boost, cooldown reduction, healing. What else would you have? Like, ult charge would be stupid. That would never fly.
They do go down, but they go down almost instantly. It's a very quick fight. You're right back.
Fire rate? Yeah, maybe. People, I think they're a little bit hesitant with fire rate for obvious reasons. It kind of throws people off a little bit. Could be a little bit of a... What makes Reaper strong currently? Burst with dire triggers at the higher level is pretty good. But most of it's just a synergy with Malga, with a lifesteal and speed. Reaper's not really that good right now anymore, since it's 275, but he still has dire triggers, and he still gets cardiac lifesteal, and his layering's really strong. It's just like the meta around Reaper is like good for Reaper. That's all. He's not really that strong. Like he's easily, he and Soj are like Xion is pretty strong. Kiriko's pretty strong. I guess Xion's really strong. And then I think like Malga's pretty strong, like in a vacuum. But I think like Lucio, Reaper, Soj, these characters are just more like highly synergistic with the meta, if that makes sense.
Nah, I was gonna say, I mean, I think this is set up really well for DK, right? You're gonna get up to basically even here.
Damage reduction. We didn't say damage reduction. That's a good shout.
Support ultimates and obviously just the
Cat or Lucio? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I haven't seen enough Cat in these comps to like have an opinion. It doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. Outside of like, I mean, they're just playing for double off angle, you know. But I don't really know. Maybe you just like heal bot and you can just do a lot of HPS with her, and then you're not really push pulling. You're mostly just staying. But I don't know. It doesn't really feel like you're not really. It is kind of. It doesn't feel like she brings enough utility on a map that's just kind of all happening in one area, you know. Lifesteal maybe, yeah. Malga's a hard counter to Sig Mizuki comps? I don't think so. I think Malga's a hard counter to the Mizuki comps if the map's good for it and the bans are good for it, you know? But maybe you're right. Maybe it's good enough if the map's good enough. I don't really know. Oh yeah, go for it, Lexa. Sorry I missed it. Who are my favorites to win the Overwatch World Cup? No idea. I mean the usual. No hot take. No hot take here. Alright, let's take a look at this Tracer highlight. Angle, 1 kill. Not the best clip, but it's fine. That's a pretty good clip. 2. Target's not dying. Nice little blink melee there, using the perk. 2 stays. That's a pretty good clip. I knew that was coming. That was a good clip. Almost got the melee there, but misjudged the distance, so I appreciate that. Don't hard commit because we don't have the blinks or the recall for it. Excellent discipline there towards the end. That was really well done. Nice job. Nice job. More a summer guy or a winter guy? I don't know. I like both. I'm more of a fall guy. More of a fall guy. I like looking forward to Christmas and the weather feels nice. I don't mind both. I do think extra options for support works given her hero fantasy. I agree, yeah. You could lean more into the hacking mindset if it was like a positive hack, you know? The negative hack is just... They basically have to make it so weak that it's not even worth doing, or it's strong enough and it just feels terrible to play into. But... Okay, I can actually press here. Don't mind me. I'm late on stream, so we're just finishing the little baby workout we're doing now.
In this level of play, that's actually, I think it's fair to say that's a pretty huge error from Virtus Pro. Given
I can only do
how
like 3 or 4 sets. This should only take me like 15, 20 minutes.
This is playoffs, man.
So it'll be escort or final map here.
Hi, buddy.
It'll be circuit. Okay. I like this from VP because this also takes like
support suits her weapon more too. True, it is kind of a strange weapon, not very bursty.
Throughout the series, this one feels like we're going.
Looks like Messi.
No, it would have been so sick if they played Wrecking Ball and Dorado, though. I was so hoping for it. But that would be... I think it would be a good move. It would be a wild move, though, for sure. They're going to go to Circuit, which basically, for me, unless there's some wild bans here...
10 reps every time my main support dies first in the team fight. Break off.
Iznom, I think, very confident in the matchup, although Ziad
Is NA Overwatch boomed? I don't know.
everything he has.
I don't know.
A lot of pressure here on the hit scans.
It's more like, is NA Overwatch going to show up to the tournaments, you know? Like,
I don't even know.
NA can look good, can look bad. We've seen this with DK in the past. We've seen this with SSG in the past. But sometimes they can show up, sometimes they just won't.
Some of the TPs have been good, but overall as a team, I think VP very much like this match.
Working against talent, yeah.
They could attack maybe with the, like, I wonder what if you do ban the sim? Do you ever?
Here?
No, okay. No cap. I think it's not playable on this map, Matt. Like we learned
saw
that
it
yesterday
yesterday,
in the Twisted Mind series. It's not playable here. DK crushed it. Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay.
Sigmazuki.
We're getting
both?
weird.
Wait,
We're
VP
getting weird.
Banned, VP bans this.
No, chat. No.
Okay.
If they've already started, I don't want Plat. Plat's too middle of the road, frankly.
Yeah.
Am I going to coach Siegel? I appreciate you asking, though. I don't think so, no. Sorry.
On the Sigma comp all series long. The Mizuki has been a huge threat.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you for the bit. Hey, Abby, how are you, mate?
Sigmazuki more of the same. Let's see who wins this, key skill.
Can I send your tier list? No.
By banning the Sig, you say, okay, let's make this a test of flexibility of adaptability.
It's a map tier list. Is this the Rhine one? I already saw the Rhine one.
Between these two teams, you gotta give it to Iznom.
That was kind of fun, though.
Double flex support an option,
I like the
right?
format for that.
For Virtus Pro, like,
I would like, maybe that would be fun.
I wonder if it's, is it must
What do you
be
guys think?
fair.
Does
For me, it's like
Mr.
Curie
X
Bad,
look
but
like
Fine.
Messi?
Is it Curie bad? Is it
Match is really fun to watch today. Nice.
You know, actually,
Cool.
okay, with Ram, it's probably Curie Bad, now that I say that.
Yes.
Hard to flank, and we've seen Juno be punished at times in the series, but that's usually because you flank.
It's uncanny.
The back line and you kill her off first.
I mean, honestly, now that you kind of mention it, he kind of does a little bit right now. I will say it.
Circuit, it's very
Yeah. Okay. I was kind of teasing them. Now I'm like, wait, hang on. Maybe they got a point there.
With the Mizuki ban from GK.
Maybe they got a point there.
does open the door.
Bro,
We haven't seen any
2 more streams after today till Fiber.
Right?
I think
it's kinda
Diva's
hard to
tough
play
on
into
this
the Ram,
map.
though.
I think it's
Yeah.
tough on this. It's just another map where, once again, like Diva needs.
Ever
to be
do
able to
long-term
get
individual
those
pro
right
coaching?
moves.
I'd be open
Like
to it,
Sim
maybe.
Pro, that's
I'd be
like
open to
Twisted
it.
Mind
More so than probably
where
anything else.
TP the Diva into the back line and allow her
What
to
is
really
Lambo
get
leap
aggressive,
leap
but
leaking?
it's scary when this
Oh,
series has been
oh, it's a
relatively
picture of
slow
Lionel
paced.
Messi.
To up the pace
Yeah,
of
I
the
can
match
see
and
it.
play
I can
a hard
definitely see
dive,
it a little bit.
I mean, it's a big
That's an
adaptation
old,
in map 5.
Yeah, but that's an old kind of
All right, they're still working on the
you
tier
think
lists
of
here.
The GK core, right, with like Kellex Labda Ziad. That was like a staple of them last year, right? The sim with
What do you think
the
dictates
Diva
whether Tracer or Genji is a
TP
better pick in
on
the map?
it,
The map
like this,
usually.
right?
I would
With
be
them.
too scared.
The
man.
map
I would be way too
usually.
scared to pull out a like that.
Anything with a bit of verticality can work a little bit better. If you want me to get like super nitpicky, like go way beyond like that, the obvious, I would say Genji works better in like speed boost compositions. Like he benefits more from more decisive commitments. Whereas Tracer's is just like way more flexible. So yeah, short range, very compressed maps or maps with more verticality are better for Genji. More broad maps, more flat maps, better for Tracer.
This is interesting, man. Taking out the Sigmazuki means all bets
So
are
like
off. This is a
Flashpoint
huge question for
depends on the
coaches,
Flashpoint.
for the players to have the right read.
I favor
I don't
Genji and
know
New Junk
exactly
probably.
what the answer
I
is.
favor
It comes
Tracer and
down to
Survasa
who
to a
can
lesser
best
extent, but
call
he
the
could Genji could
best
still be good.
combinations here.
Circuit Royale, Genji probably better given it's compressed. But if it's Havana, maybe Tracer. Well, no, Havana's pretty good for Genji too. Juggerton, maybe Tracer feels better at points, and then second point Genji's better, and then yeah.
True. That hurts on
That sucks, Canadian.
all maps, right? Circuit, I think, would do really well against range TPs.
That sucks. All right, I did my warm up set. We're on to the working sets with Dumbo. This is pretty heavy for me, especially with a bust step finger. So we're only gonna do like
Point today, Matt.
4 or 5.
I mean, I also think like the bans for this last map are quite surprising, right? In terms of like what we potentially thought.
I
could
love
be
this.
in
I love
play,
this from
so.
VP. I mean, I think VP
We're doing
is
single arm.
like they've been so good on the Sigma, but to recognize that
Just
that's
stand
not
behind it.
really your edge. Your edge is the flexibility. It's the ability to adapt. And so to introduce some chaos into the series, it's a risk. But Ziad, he's starting off on the Diva. He has the same read as
My
you.
shoulders are
Super
kind of
strong.
probably my weakest arm muscle relatively.
I think Ram could do very well here.
This is a
But-
playstyle that they ran so much last year. Obviously, you know, slight
Maybe what are your
differences
worst
between the
maps?
two teams, but kind of the
Yeah, maybe Flashpoint.
core of it still
They're
plays
more open and they're more like
they're able to kind of
speed focused. Flashpoint's a pretty good guess, but I'm not really sure.
so good at being able to like stay alive.
Narrow stuff is OP. Pokier stuff is OP. Super close stuff is pretty good too.
What's the hit scan for Kev here? I think that's a big
Does your old torso move up
capacity
and down during the reps?
consideration,
What do you mean?
But so is Sojourn. He's gonna go with the cast. I mean, makes sense to play, you know, a stalwart backliner behind this
He really
Ramatra.
hasn't played. You know, it's really kind of been Shion and Cassie. I feel like for Kev has not really gone over and played.
Might just do 4.
Labda's backed off. Labda's not aggressive on the angle for a moment. Now Ziad has
Instead
to
of 5.
take a bit of aggression, but he's caught in the sim turret.
What is going on right now? Hang on, I'm gonna turn this up just a little bit.
Was ready for that flank. It's one that many
How's
players
audio
have
for you
used to
guys?
Great effect this stage. Virtus Pro see it coming a mile away.
And let's see if GK decides to stay on this, right?
Oh,
Pretty
I hope they
brutal
don't,
first
Matt.
fight is-
I think they may think this is winnable, but I strongly disagree. I don't. Their Ramatra is gonna just dominate you. I
Diva is
really
so
don't like
strange
this.
in this map.
I think GK are in real trouble.
It's
They're in
ram
such a-
shield plus
you know, there's
sim
so
on
much
a main
pressure on
choke
them.
without a lot of
Diva has to
angling
get a kill
involved.
in the first 3
Sure, you
seconds.
can
How
push
do even
pull
do
a
that?
little easier with
It's
Diva
so
Matrix,
hard. Your
but
frontline trade is losing against this
seems
ram.
so strange.
Cart being rolled forward. Labda
Seems so
shooting into a
strange.
shield more often than not.
They
Ramatra
flip,
throwing a
so they
fist.
set
No
up an
one else
angle
can
with
take the
Diva
TP. It's only
mid-fight,
Ziad in
so
the
that's
backline.
good.
Labda is down. Ziad getting
But like,
completely
I don't
marked
know,
by the
man.
rest
They've,
of the
they've got to
backline from
swap the
VP.
Diva, man. They've got to
Big
swap the
Lucio
Diva, no?
time in from Kellex. It will be enough to drop Kevster, but it takes the entire team to accomplish just that.
Seems crazy.
Virtus
Seems
Pro,
absolutely
I've got the
crazy. You do
download
not
rate
have
on
the
this
Diva
comp.
is not as strong
and
enough
the
here in a
amount of-
vacuum
I
to
think they
play.
just have a great
The way to
read on
look at
MVP
yeah,
and
okay,
the
they go
amount of
ram.
damage that Psycho's putting down onto the Diva.
The
where,
hero is not strong
yeah,
enough
you're
in a
gonna get
vacuum to play it in a
swapped
bad
over to the
situation, in a
Rams,
bad
so
map.
basically outside of the hit scans, a mirror matchup now is interesting strat at the start from
I like
GK.
that. Okay, you ready for this?
Something
I
they've
actually think I
done
like
in
the Sojourn
past,
better.
But, obviously
this
did
mirror.
not work out into the comp that we're
And
seeing
she's
right
pretty darn
now
good in this
for
map compared to
Pro.
Cassie,
It's a
too.
really fast point they take.
Yeah, and a big ultimate advantage.
I
for
favor
VP.
DK a little bit
Disgusting
here.
rush timing. Landon is almost 50% faster. He's going to send it right up the gut. DK already low. The fist pummeling.
No
down
way
into
they
the
disengaged
backline.
there. That's actually
The
insane.
out, though,
Well
just
done.
barely gets
Well
DK
done.
away.
Great disengage.
Insane cut
Great
from them.
disengage.
Everybody's so
Actually
low, but
criminal
there's
they got
just
out of that because
more
they're
heals
so
for
far
Fade
behind
to
old
gobble
economy.
up.
Now they
There's
just
a
need to
lot
build
of
their
card
Kitsu.
time, but they get
The
out
question,
with
will
their
Virtus
lives,
Pro
which is the best they can
disengage
hope for
this?
in that
Probably.
spot. Still, VP.
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe not.
Got this annihilation. They're definitely going to keep this
No, it
fight
doesn't look like
going.
they will.
Labda, why does get a good rail shot. Kevster completely ignores
They
him.
need-
Deadeye's
Beat is good from Kellex. Beat's great. Simwell is also good. Man, good, pretty good freaking fight. They used a lot. They did use a lot there, but I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to use a lot. Maybe they overused with the Sojourn there. But honestly, that was pretty well played. I think for GK, that's overall positive.
Give up that and then like what 5+
Because I don't know
minutes,
that beat engage is that
for the last part
easy
of the map,
anymore,
I
even with a
mean,
good
you know,
TP
just
setup.
kinda in the series.
Yeah, and they had to
now,
retake space
as
4v3
it
as
feels like
well,
that was
so.
an absolute must-win for GK. But now with VP, you're in a really rough spot if you're GK because you're going to be able to kind of get aggressive behind this sound barrier.
See, they're
if you
pot.
want.
Oh,
And you lose Kellex.
And the beat is perfect because there's no Lucio to run away, no opportunity.
that's the
to escape.
one advantage of the
Zion surrounded,
Cassidy
he's
over
set the
Sojourn
attackers
is
on
that you
all
just have
sides.
more immediate
DK,
burst damage
they've
that
made
doesn't
one
require a
defensive
rail.
push here.
And that's probably that's what
Honestly,
caught
we're
Kellex off
still
guard.
getting into last with around 5 minutes, Matt.
I still favor
Nightmare
GK's
scenarios
comp,
for
but
GK, economy in shambles. Virtus Pro without a ton of ultimates either, but the challenge of this Ram comp, it's so hard to get an early contest on this final
Yeah.
point. It feels like
does
you kinda
Kev
have to
even
just let
play
the cart
Sojourn? Does
roll.
anybody know?
Maybe Ziad can somehow find his way in with the annihilation. That's their hope here, but it's a challenging ult to initiate with when you're the one
Not
on the
really.
back foot.
Yes.
They're going to take a route.
I knew
around the
Rhea would
outside
say
here.
yes.
Have to
Rhea
be
is
so
just the
careful with
Kevster
Lucio's in
sim.
the mix is
Okay,
Ziad's
yeah.
gonna
So
go
maybe he
low.
just stays Cassidy
Up
then,
high
even though I
here
definitely
for
rate the
Virtus
Soj better
Pro.
here.
They're going to be able to get back a little bit.
Maybe you just don't
Gonna
try to
create
mirror. That's
space.
good
Nice
enough.
railgun
Like it's
shot
not
there
like Soj's.
from Labda. It's not go time
Yeah,
yet,
it's
though.
fine.
For Ziad with that annihilation, it's going to be the Kitsune rush that comes
There's
in
the
from
catch,
Landon.
the
Now it's gonna
Suzu
be
annihilation.
Ziad
Kev's gonna
popping
get the
that
trade. They're gonna
Ramattra
connect with
ultimate, but
backline. It's
yet again
disgusting. The
opening it
layering is
up.
too good there.
Oh, and everybody's getting cut down, and they're gonna even stagger.
I mean, to be fair to Rhea, if you're gonna glaze anybody
anybody
in the West, Kevster has been freaking good for like 75 million years. Even when people were like trashing on him, he was never the problem. I don't think ever. I think Kev is like arguably the most consistent Western player in the last 5-6 years.
Ultimate's gonna be crucial though. Finn
Insane
needs
player.
to get towards that rush, take some damage on the walk up.
He's easily Overwatch Hall of Fame, like one of the best players of all time, Korean or Western.
Taking some position on this point.
Also,
Azai is available. Aizdom in.
speaking of
TP
goats,
on
did
the
you guys see
backline.
Egoist
Kev's
Cat?
the connection with the shots does
TP
get
High
the
Noon?
Labda. Labda slips away, but he's on sliver.
Simwall comes in out a little too late,
To defend from Alpha,
but
he
I think we're
responds
fine
to
if you're a
fight
GK. I
Psycho,
think you're okay.
who wants to keep
I
this
think you're
fight
okay.
going despite
Lucio
the
should
rush
die
of
here
the
as
Kevster.
well.
maybe that's a little
who
too
doesn't?
much.
Well, okay,
Vince
we're good,
Rush
we're
on the
good.
floor is providing so
Why don't they
much
play
utility
Emre anymore?
and eventually
My take on
the
Emre is that
defenders
Emre was
staked
never
their
a very
claim
good
here
fit in the
on this
meta.
escort. They're even
His
gonna
push
get a
pull
nice
is really
extra
weak. His
stagger
burst
onto
damage he
Landon.
didn't really have very good burst
Way
damage compared
too
to
close
Soldier
for comfort, though,
Cassidy.
Matt. At high noon, if that's
And his
just
utility through
like
his
a
grenades was more of a
quarter
skill
second more
check
to
for
allow
low
that,
ranks.
we could be seeing
So
a
the
very
fact that he was
different
being
spot
played
here.
was more of a testament to how
if you're
OP the
DK
character
and you
was.
prevent them from getting a full
Like he was
match
just too
completion, I mean, you
strong.
have
He
to
was just
feel
really
amazing
strong.
in the
Period.
second
And
half.
so he
Because
got kind of
right
tickle
now,
nerfed
it's
a bunch of times,
all
and then
Virtus Pro
as soon
is
as the other stuff kind of
getting
comes
up,
into play. So
essentially
yeah, it was
here
just
with
numbers
sound
broken. Like
barrier getting quite
Emre just doesn't
aggressive.
fit
Lab,
in like
they're
the
using
pro
the
meta
second slide, trying
design.
to
He's
get back
too
to the
like
spawn.
neutral
He's
pressure
vulnerable now.
killed
They're
and
over
not
the
so
top of
much
his
like
head. Look at
burst.
Kevster taking this
You know what I'm
position.
saying?
Looks
Like
they're the ones
bit,
on defense
we'll
right
talk more about in
now.
our
So close
tier
and so
list
awkward.
discussion
DK with
later, but
attackers
like burst
right
is
above their head,
rated
ready to
really
crash
high
on
in
the
pro
head.
level.
Eisner drops
For
the
burst
point,
healing,
forces
burst
the
damage,
issue.
burst
The OC
utility, and
comes
so
out,
on.
but Fix is holding the beat.
Yeah, exactly. Like if they
Deeper and deeper
overtune
into the
Soldier,
fight.
that's
He doesn't
Emre
even need it
basically.
whatsoever
Yeah.
for the overclock.
The best
Still,
burst of
Kevster's
Emre was his
pushing down
shift,
damage
which was
from
like a
above.
pretty
The assist
good
from
could get
Landon.
out of jail
That's
free
fresh,
card.
ready and waiting,
But yeah,
has a
even
little
then.
bit up on the high ground, able to be utilized.
Really good
Kevster's almost
positioning
down
from
before
DK
the
this
free
fight. This is
kill.
not an easy
Kill
point to
out
play.
saving the team. But Psycho still here,
yeah,
still dealing damage. Zod grabs another back the other way.
Ever
but
Quartz easy
Eisner
West It's hard to say number
brawling.
one.
Psycho fully
I might
focused
take
now
his
on
Kev
the sim,
easily,
and DK
but
may just not have the
Quartz could
resources
easily
left in.
overtake that
If
because
he's
Kev has just
coming
been
through,
relevant
though,
for so
stabilize their
long.
roster.
Yeah, it's gonna have
Has to take
Annihilation.
this.
Like Kev has been
Stalling for now, and
insanely
maybe
good since
they can do this hold
2020.
even without the
It's been
rush.
6
What a
years.
clutch
Quartz
from
probably
Ziad
half
and
that.
Finn. And it's all from that
And
initial
Kev has also
kill
done
from
it
Poppy
so on
Kevster.
basically
This
2
game is
roles.
done.
So
If Kevster doesn't
if
drop
you're talking about like the
earlier into
peak,
fight.
Quartz is
And they
easily
were
has
able
the
to hold
peak.
on. They were able
Definitely,
to
like
hold on
Quartz
to
is at
Annihilation
times maybe
and
the
Rush
best player in
there.
the world, and I don't
Both
think
support
Kevster's
ults
ever had
used
that
by
feeling, but
Virtus Pro.
I think
Now
like
with a minute and 36,
time,
there's
like,
a
you
real
gotta give Kev the
opportunity for
advantage
Geeky to
there.
actually get this hold. Deadeye here. Look to see it like TP'd on in.
Forcing point, immediate force aggression with the
But
symbol.
Cabby
So
on
hard
the
to challenge
side, I'd
this,
say
even with the
Rupal is another
annihilation.
candidate for
Damage
best
coming in.
Western
Kevster
player.
has to keep this channel rolling.
Um,
No one can help Zod. Everyone's zoned away by the Deadeye. They can't get the
maybe.
support through, even with the rush on
RuPaul
point.
had
It's not
1 or
enough to
2
save their
really
ultimates,
good
and for
years,
what? Zod goes down
and then
without
has
even
kind of been
popping
mid
the
ever since
annihilation.
then. Not
Psycho
bad, just
fills
mid.
up the feed,
I
and
wouldn't even. I don't
VP
like.
with a minute
RuPaul
10.
wasn't even necessarily in the top
Wild
2 or
scenes here
in
on
his
Circle
region
Royale.
all the
So many
time.
clutch pushes
Where Kev has always
from
been
Virtus
basically the
Pro.
best
So many
DPS or the top
insane
2 in
holds
his
from
region
DK, but
forever, like
that
always.
absolute blitz through
I'm a little
first
quiet?
point
Okay.
really feels like it took its toll right now. I mean,
Yeah.
Virtus Pro second and third, you wouldn't see such a ridiculous time bank if they didn't just speed run first.
Crazy
Yeah,
cap
no,
though. That was well
As
played.
you mentioned, right? Ziad just trying. I think he thought he was going to be able to kind of live through that maybe, and then pop the annihilation.
Just a mistake from him. Needs to pop that. I mean, not that it makes a difference really, right? With the noon
Yeah.
zoning everyone away, you're fully surrounded. So all that block from Ramatra, it doesn't mean much when there's a fully energized sim eating you alive. You know, on Psycho.
yeah.
Big cleanup.
I mean, he had the block kind of going. He had Nemesis form active, and he probably wanted to kind of hold it to like extend the Nemesis form, right? Like once it kind of wears off to kind of get the annihilation, then start blocking again right away.
Or maybe even
It's just they just burned him down straight through the first.
Same with UV.
yeah,
UV
first
maybe a little
block,
higher.
so
I would
a
probably
nice
pick
job
UV
there
over
by
RuPaul if I
Virtus
had
Pro
to,
is
just based off
I
of
think
the
he can, because
length of
maybe a
relevance and
little
how strong they've
cheeky
been.
Bastion pick from them.
Although I would agree
I
that
don't hate it
RuPaul,
here,
like
actually.
certainly with the
And I
teams
will
he's
say,
played with, has had a higher peak.
Cat Bastion, as much as I flame the heck out of it, without Sigma or Mizuki on the field, I wonder if it actually might work again, right? Like, for me, those are the heroes that gave it real trouble. Ziad, though, it's going to be manga time, baby. Manga mentality here on this offense. Never mind. Jabeta. Sim Bastion, though, I think still is a sick threat. I do think that Deadeye.
You've seen this from Geeky before, or was it Geeky or was it another team?
Problematic, even for someone as tanky
Kind of a
as Ramatra.
cheese.
Vix on the off angle. You're gonna look for a cheeky
Kind of a
move, try
cheese.
to pull people out of the formation.
It just means you have a really, really
Takes things a
strong
little bit
turn
off
with
of
your
the DK.
shield, like a
damage
really
comes
big
in, they might
burst.
Try to look for a cheeky flank.
And there's just not a lot of angles, so you can kind of think like, well, Soj wouldn't get a lot of space here anyway, so.
Psycho from beyond the grave. We'll get the cleanup onto the Bastion.
Kev gets-
Hey, with Sim dropping
What do you think
two,
of old
it's a
KSP
little
Kai?
bit
Very
easy.
good
The
at
forward
peaks.
aggression isn't gonna
Just
be
not a
so
very, I won't
threatening
say
for
stupid
VP's
player,
walk up.
because that's
That's a
a
heck of a fight for
talk about
DK
his
to control.
intelligence, which I don't know how intelligent he
Yeah,
is.
I mean,
I've never
the
worked with him.
Bastion damage
But he
is gonna
does
be
not,
really
he does
difficult
not,
to kinda
his
contend with,
macro
right?
strategy
Especially especially if you want to get
is bad
aggressive from Virtus.
and has always been bad.
Like you kind of use your sim TP, you go on in, and then all of a sudden it's like the Bastion form there, getting ready to just.
Thank you,
pump out
Shiro.
some
I'll check it in
damage.
just a second.
Still continuing his hot play on Cassidy, already at a Deadeye.
KSP Kai is like the classic old school hit
he's
no
got big
aim, all
channel,
aim,
you
no
gotta
brain,
get out of this.
basically.
Bastion was deep on the off angle, using that teleporter, but gets right back into a comfortable spot in the formation. VP thinking about some real aggression here with the form down. So Eisnom is deep trying to cut players apart, but it's actually
Kitsu trade will be here soon. That's a huge trade. Big turn with Kitsu. This should be a win if they even... Oh, they don't even have Kitsu. Never mind. Freaking Kiri's dead. Kai's look smart at this stage? Yeah. Because, well, the times have changed. You can't be stupid anymore. You can't be stupid anymore. It's not allowed. You have too much responsibility for space control. But there's been too many years where he's just been a middling DPS at the pro level. And also remarkably inflexible. Oh, frick, what a recontest. Yeah, I don't know how good Quartz is, to be honest with you, Rhea. It's a great question of, like, is Quartz carried by Yubi's communication? You could say at least Quartz is the best version of KSB Kai, right? Mechanically, right? But is he partly carried also by the situations that he's in? I don't know. I've only worked briefly with Quartz. So I couldn't tell you.
Still has the space to deliver the damage from range. The block runs out. Shield up now. Eisnom needs to live just a few more seconds. Kevster coming back. Cannot quite make it by a difference of
Who is the oldest pro in Overwatch? I don't know.
The cap comes through for GK Esports.
Calyx has to be up there, but even then, he's not that old compared to other esports.
Them up a little bit outside of the box.
What's Calyx, like 26, 27? Kevin's 25. Back with Saudi E-Leagues. Back in the day. A few years back.
Getting close to the pulse bomb, but
is it that? I think it might.
Does old Bastion work in modern Overwatch? Yeah. Calyx is 27, right?
An argument for a Tracer distraction, you know, kind of being worth her weight in gold.
Tracer is just, this is more of a, this is because they're on Bastion. There's just a lot of targets that you can off-angle, and because there's literally no off-angle, oh, Kev. Because there's no off-angle contest here, it's really easy for Tracer to find a free lane. If they swap off of Bastion and start contesting angles, they'll swap Tracer. Soon is 32. Is Soon still competing? I know he was last year, so I guess Soon definitely wins the cake there. Yeah, you can't miss those. Not versus this comp. But hey, Tracer still holds the angle, man. Tracer's still really good. We'll probably see Love this swap here. This is going to be a Soj swap. I'd be surprised. Maybe Cass, but probably Soj.
Yeah, they even though they get you know, that
maybe they play for the Kitsu Bastion turn. That must be because of the Kitsu Bastion, but
now we'll see with Lambda, obviously artillery an opportunity. You know,
Void is the oldest right now. Man, is Void still playing? Wow.
In the world, but can they get this Bastion with form in a
TP flip, Kitsu Bastion. That must be what they're doing for. It's a bit of a gamble though. You need to get another one right now. Oh, killing Tracer is huge.
Just barely staying alive.
Wow. Okay, great. That was awesome for Geeke. You got an ultimate out. You only had to use one. They're probably not in a situation where they can touch comfortably. Annihilation is really broken in these fights, and they've only got Pulse. So they will touch here, but it's going to be super hairy. Early Bastional, that will probably force the... Yeah, they're just going to bullet on point. It's fine. It's really not that good of an ultimate anymore. And yeah, that should be it. Suzu's late. Oh, Finn. That's like the easiest Suzu to land, man. It's literally on the Bastion, and he had like 7 years to... Okay, now Led to swaps.
To go back to the conventional hit scan. Maybe a Bastion of their own.
I was going to say, does he play Bastion?
Is the least consistent ult in the gamers or something worse? No. Pulse one's not the least consistent.
I mean, this is very dicey for Virtus Pro, right? Sound barrier available.
Maybe Bastion ult now? It's like one of the most inconsistent. High Noon, very inconsistent. Are you talking about like pro level or ranked? Because some of those are more consistent in pro level. Or less consistent.
Keep the cart rolling forward, but Psycho holds onto his wall.
Shut the fuck up, A. Jackson. Oh no, they kited sim wall. That's kind of bad.
See how they choose to fight this. They're gonna try and peek this corner, but
I mean, they got space off of it, sure, but there's no way that you can win this with current D. Like I feel like Virtus Pro just wins. The sim wall is better than D. Hang on a second, guys. I may have spoken too soon. Respawn advantage is really bad though, so they need both. They need nobody else is allowed to die. Nobody else can die. Oh, nobody else did die. Hang on. Hang on. Beat engage on Bastion. Oh, Calyx picked. That's it. Frick. That sucks. Which profile breaks bet the best? Everyone always says, "Oh, just stick tank value 90% of the time." But how many times in scrims or in rank do you get a free stick on a tank? Right? How many times? How many tanks can you just free stick with your brain off? You know?
Diving in and finding yet another kill as see
Often?
how DK
Sure.
decides to approach
I'm not
this. They're
contesting
gonna
that's
work up
often,
their
but
own.
saying it
It'll be
every
Texas
time, you know?
artillery here, trying to make it costly
Maybe
on
that's
the
what. Maybe I
wall.
was misreading. Maybe that wasn't.
No real damage that comes out of it. The annihilation here for Ice Gnome available as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of tank CDs that deal with pulse bomb, you know. All right, Kitsu Bastion on point. They're gonna try to off-angle Ice Bomb to make him choose which area to block on. He's gonna annihilate reset. I don't think it's enough. And there, that's it. Nicely done from DK. Wow.
We are going to overtime here on map 5. DK crashed.
All right, we're gonna do one
better
more
straight
time
down
bank.
mid, and with a better time bank after a brutal start to this map. They are right back in it. It is down to the absolute wire as these two teams fight for their chance to be the first team locking their spot in the EMEA finals.
Is that really nice TP through here, setting up Lab. The Ice Gnome almost able to live. You see the form just wearing off maybe a second after the Ramatra falls. The artillery used there towards the end as Bastion has definitely swung things here in favor of GK. As take a look at some of the stats. I mean, you know, Finn and Landon both having tremendous games there on the Kiris. It'll be GK here on defense. So although we talked about how good VP was on their offense, it is GK with the faster time.
You know, what a mirror image of a Circuit Royale, right? It's
Honestly,
you know, Virtus Pro cap first off of a better read on the tank.
I don't love the RAM mirror.
Paying dividends. GK
But it's
do
a heck of a lot
basically
more
the same
fun with
thing,
Symmetra.
just with the Bastion,
I will say.
better hit scan read once the RAM mirror comes out. Now though, all shenanigans put away. It's time.
You know what I'm
for the
saying?
true test. It's down to this.
It's just
meager.
It's just
time
at
banks
least
for
it's an
either
extra
squad.
dynamic, you know.
Me though, Matt, I'd rather
It's a lot
EVP.
more fun.
Attacking first feels great in overtime, even with the time bank.
As a king of
disadvantage.
macro, how
It's
much
small
protein
enough
you're really
that
getting?
I'd rather
I
have
don't
the
really
chance
track
to
my
at least
protein that much.
Set a win condition here.
My Pepper tracks my
Where
protein.
that win condition
like
is,
once
only
a month.
minute on the clock.
It just kind of evaluates to make sure it's at a decent
Not
level.
a lot of
See?
time here.
Big
is,
grenade shell.
I don't
Yeah.
have a
Lands
ton
right
of variety
in
with
the
what
thick
he
of
eats.
the
I
VP
think I have a good
formation.
variety
The
with
heal
what he
support
eats.
is very
But like
good
I
from
like what
both
I
sides.
eat a
Don't
lot,
think
and
this
so
thing kept her so low, fully
I have
charged out
probably
from
about the same.
starting to
I
chop
don't know. I'd
off
have
the
anywhere from
attackers.
like 130,
Getting very low for Eisnom.
140,
VP,
120,
they do not break,
100
not giving up any kills.
grams protein,
Atlas
sometimes
swings
more.
in wide.
Depends
Kevstra
on
has
the day.
nowhere to run. Neither does Fixa, and VP are routed
Favorite kind of
off the
bean?
payload. Cycle
Probably the
though,
lima
it's
bean,
crucial
in
for
terms of
that
just
kill.
raw
In the
flavor.
fight, it's still rolling, but with double support behind Ziad, that'll be all she
I love that
needs
this
to
is just
push.
kind of boiled down to a
However,
sim Bastion
doing
mirror.
best kills is
kills
more
so
than
And just
enough.
basically trying to
It's
like
gonna get this
screw the
fight
off
rolling
angles.
in the
Well, they're
end.
off angling with the sim
DK, though,
TP
they
you
come
guys
away
saw
with
with
a
Bastion, but
fast
like
Kitsune rush, and
more
that's
like
the
these
real
big
prize
bursts,
now, because
you know.
Finn could just end this game with a faster rush. VP
There's just fewer angles that you can take without the sim TP, so the inherent value of running something like Cassidy or Sojourn is just lower. This is definitely a map situational thing. I think you'd win in a pro match if you're subbed in. Depends on the team. The team was heavily favored, yeah, absolutely. I've won scrims before when I've been subbed in before when we were when the team we were better at than the other team. I still remember booping Hottie and Molfig off the map in a scrim one time.
Predicted that
That
he
was
would have
fun.
had the sim wall after one fight. Six stuff
That is obscene.
from Psycho.
All right,
I mean,
early
gonna be
Bastional.
the artillery
That's more
here
along the
from
lines of
Kev.
like, let's see if we can cheese a cooldown out so they don't touch,
I like it. Lab, they're gonna respond in time, but that
right?
Lab is, like,
Or just force a CD out, so it's like,
Ooh, big shot on Psycho. Okay, Psycho
there.
just let the
Ooh, that's
defense out,
Suzu. You
but
don't
the
want to
rush
see
advantage
that
is now
if
in
you're
favor of
Virtus
the
Pro.
attackers.
That gives them a
Such
few
scary
seconds here. I
spot
don't know if
for
Geeky will
DK.
push that,
Do you
but
touch now? Do you try to stall out for a
Edamame
longer
and
fight? There
Mukame.
are no easy answers. There
I'll tell you guys a
only
funny
some
Edamame
spam
story in a
stuff that will
second.
answer that question for them.
After this fight.
He's not bunkering well. Damage is good, but Landon holds his nerve.
Yeah, see, Geeky just doesn't want to fight because they don't have sim wall. They will now though. There's the turret. There's sim wall. That isolates Ram. That's followed by Kitsu. They can just use that. And the problem with sim wall is it will break here. And there it is. You see it? Unironically, a few times, one of the rare times we might actually see it break. Beat for beat here. Oh no, Landon gets picked a nade. There's the difference. That should be it. That should be it. There will be messy trades here, but this should go towards Geeke's way. Although Annihilation's pretty strong. Annihilation is like maybe the best ultimate in these devolve fights. Maybe I spoke too soon, guys. Yeah. Hang on, man. Hang on. Frick.
Ice Gnome with some help there from Fixa, able to keep this one rolling here.
And they have
for Virtus
Sim
Pro.
Wall too,
Looks
guys.
like Fixa just dropping down there,
Hitsu
maybe
is
trying
probably
to get
better
some
than
speed
Sim
to
Wall
some
in this
other members of the
exact
team, trying to get them
situation,
back in the fight
but
as the
still.
artillery available here for
They had more angles and they had Annihilation on point, man. There's the Bastion ult. There's the Kitsu. Psycho, I mean, I don't know, man. Hitsu Ram is so scary in this situation. He just everything has to. Yeah, it's just that's it. That's a good push by Virtus Pro. That's a good push by Virtus Pro. Okay, so funny story about Edamame. So when I first moved to New Hampshire, there's this like really kind of nice Japanese. Was it Japanese? I don't remember. Chinese. I don't remember. It was a really ritzy Asian restaurant. That's a definite Caucasian moment for me right there. Sorry guys. Really nice restaurant, great food, and I went there with my boss, my martial arts instructor, and we like dressed up. It was great. We had a great time. I didn't know what edamame was, and so they like served edamame or whatever.
I'd love to see a replay
Like salted
of the
edamame or
second
whatever
fight,
else.
right? The one where
And
Psycho has Sim
I
because Ziad
I'm
is,
sitting
like,
there,
running it down into the back
and
line, which is exactly what you should
they're
do.
like kind of
With
like
the
chuckling at
Kitsune
me
rush
eating the
advantage, like,
edamame,
he
and I'm
knows
like,
that,
what's
but
going
then
on?
he doesn't- there's a Sim
Dude,
wall
I was
that
sitting
comes
there with the
out.
edamame,
Position
and I'm
so
like
that VP can be as
trying to
far
like
back as
subtly, because I'm
possible
like I'm
and
really
still
picky
touch
about my
the
manners. You know, I'm not
still
trying to like
keeping
chew in
the
my mouth
overtime
open or anything. And I'm
alive,
like
and you just
trying to
can't
like
come through the sim wall.
tear
Even
it like a
with the
pea, like it's like a
whoever steps
pea.
through that sim
That's
wall
not how you
goes
eat edamame,
past
man.
that point of
And
no
so I
return,
felt
there's
so
no more kill
stupid,
streak.
man.
There's no damage coming
I was
from
like
that
working
position.
at that
You just
thing
can't
and
fight.
like
You
trying to be really
1v5
subtle about it.
even
Like,
with the rush. It's
shoot,
not
this is
enough.
so embarrassing.
There's no way
I could not eat it, bro. I was like, this, what? Because like, you know, it's like a snap pea. You know, you eat the whole thing. Nope, not with edamame. Jackass Spilo moment. Cultured white man. Frick, dude. But I did like it once I figured out how to eat it. It was pretty good.
Crazy game.
This game
from
is wild.
both teams. I mean, this has been a wild one. This has been a
there it
great
is.
series.
Amazing series.
Well,
so
because the
far.
way that you're
DK,
supposed to eat edamame is
need
the
a bit of a
pea is
miracle
in
to get this one over
the
line.
skin.
So many
You're supposed to
chances
just
for Virtus Pro.
and pull the beans out of the
His first
skin
fight sets
instead of
the
eating
tenor
the whole
here of
thing
the
like a
OT.
snap pea.
DK would love to find even
Because the
some
skin's really
concentrate
tough.
Good enough. TP. Fake
Yeah.
that. Well, actually, Lab is going to
Basically just pure fiber, right?
Swinging in wide, burns down Eisner.
It's like eating, trying to eat a twig,
basically.
basically.
Well, and the attackers might be getting
Sorry, it
exactly
was
what they would've
wow,
wished
that was a
for.
fast
Clean
start from
fight,
DK.
Couple extra seconds of delay onto the Kiriko.
That's so important because
They're
you just
gonna
get a
be going this
slight
payload.
advantage
That
and a
was
bunch of
dominant.
volts.
Great decisive
So.
TP through, sending Lab into the back line, and VP just
How long ago
ready
was
for that
that?
angle.
9 years ago? 9 years ago?
I
Maybe
mean, we'll
10?
see if they can do it yet again. I think the dangerous part here for
Map.
Virtus Pro,
The RAM
right,
is the map.
is if you lose another fight pretty handily,
map
right,
matchup.
DK will be able to kind of build
Bans
up
maybe
towards
as
some
well.
ultimates, and they really just need one more
Mizuki
fight
ban,
to see
Sigma
where that
ban,
robot
definitely is
period
that's basically
not
Ram's
deep
dream
where
on
the
this map
second
right now.
point is.
Well, it's kind of an awkward angle for Lab to trying to put that damage down. Does get a good
Suzu's there. Bastion ult comes layering in. I like how he uses that. He waits until his turret value is done and then slams into it. It's a big trade. I favor the team with the sim right now. I favor the team with the sim if they can keep the sim alive. So this should still go for Geek's way. But the problem is that they need to get the cap because everyone else has got crappy spawns. So this could be like a little hairy here. Yeah, they're gonna leave point briefly to finish those kills, and I think that's the right play. He's actually gonna use Annihilation for that. Ooh. Hindsight's 2020. What, Landon? What?
Will he be able to fight this? The spawners are back. Psycho is down, losing the sim.
Zion's dead? What's going on? Fixa needs to die. They need to kill Fixa. Or no, Fixa is out. Oh, frick. Zion needs to swap. Zion needs to swap now. Yeah, he's gonna go Malga. Perfect swap. Beats used. I think it's totally fine to use it there. Because you're in a fine spot here. Like this is hairy. That's OT spawns. So if you're 3 on point, yes, you're on Malga. It's a little scary. But it's also really scary for VP. Things are gonna be messy. Yeah, see, Kev's gonna go Tracer. Early pressure, Fixa's low. There's an early cardiac. Both sims are charged. Isom has to disengage. Bastion ult layered, but Beat is layered on top of that. Sim all layered. There's no layers from Geek. Virtus Pro has lived. This is looking really good for Virtus Pro. Oh no. Wait, hang on. Oh, they're all literally 1 HP. They're all literally 1 HP. There's no... Wait.
It's full chaos on the server, but Isom may stand tall in the end. Down to the cage fight, still going, still fighting this one. Support behind Finn, so close to the rush. If you could just get this ultimate off, surely it would be enough, but he goes down! Are you kidding me, man? It's just Isom standing up against 2. Maybe not enough left for him to fight this one out. He starts to drop low, the support comes back in. Landon's still going, Alpha back as well. We're still into this one.
Somehow Zion's still alive here on the Malga. It's gonna be now he falls here. You do have Kellex back in the fight here, getting dangerously close to a beat. Has to stay up.
Oh, BP, they may have just done it, landed with the kill. The trades keep coming. This overtime's still rolling, but Vendetta is here. And in an unbelievable finish on a map that went way closer than I have maybe ever seen before. Virtus Pro finished the job in 5, but GK with some incredible fight back. Scenes of ridiculous clutch from both sides there.
And unfortunate for Geek, they never get that Kitsune
You
rush
guys
off
probably
and
watched
Finn
like a
farmed
top
up.
10 team fight in
forever,
Pro
we
Overwatch
basically
history.
had a 2v2. Ice and Fixa on the point with Finn and Ziad. It felt like that fight went on for 30 seconds. So, I mean, just overall insane stats coming out from a lot of these players.
Holy
With Finn 32K
insanity.
killing,
Are you
72
kidding me?
assists. I mean, this is just bonkers numbers from these
I mean, the
players.
crazy
That's
thing
an
there
all-timer
is that,
right
like,
there. I mean, that
VP
is a sick game
finds a
five.
way to like hold on despite like getting a complete stagger fest and getting enough trades to force some awkward swaps. But then honestly, dude, the fact that Geek gets land in there, and dude, how many of them were 1 HP there? Dude, they were going into double. They had similar. I don't know how that was even like VP got really lucky before that, but then VP should have slam dunked that. VP should have slam dunked that. That was an easy win for VP. And just, I don't know how Geek even got that close. I literally don't know how that was that close. That was unbelievable. Like, you got to be crying if you're Geek right now, but also the fact that you even had a chance in that fight is absolutely absurd. Holy. Okay. So like Beat and Simul are blown here, which like I think both are pretty reasonable, right? Like the last fight, Slam hits, Beat's used, totally fine. Simul is also pretty good. Maybe it could have been a little deeper, but more of a nitpick. But then, right, so like a miracle grenade. Like I don't even know how. Like maybe a little bit of goofiness, but like I don't know how they like look at this, guys. Look at Geek's health. Dude, Malga could solo all 4 of these people. Dude, Ice Nom could literally kill 4v1 here. Oh no, he misses the freaking melee. And oh my days. And killing Kevster there is insane. And you can tell they're desperately, like the Lucius are trying to hide behind their Malgas. Honestly, Ice Nom should have died here. Ice Nom should have died there a little sooner. That shouldn't have taken that long. I felt like it at this point in time, Geek had this. So maybe it was the failed slam that killed Ziad there. Ziad just needs to run into the wall. I think Ziad might have sold there. I think Ziad might have sold. He needed to live. He needed to live there. He needs to run into the payload and not die. But honestly, what a ridiculous team fight.
Landon, look at Landon, so safely positioned. Look at him, like he knows all he has to do is bait in the back line, and then you know no one can deal with this vendetta in the OG.
That's insane, dude. I won't say what I want to say, but the guts to swap to vendetta in a recontest is actually crazy. Like honestly, I really don't agree with that swap when you have like Sombra available to you, but that's crazy. Vendetta's not that fast. Vendetta's not that fast. I mean, Vendetta's insanely good at cleaning up fights. Like probably one of the best here, or maybe the best here in that exact same situation. But the guts to go to a more impactful hero when literally you're thinking, dude, if I don't touch, we lose. No, they could have gone Xion, bro.
Well, serious, London. We started sweating watching this. How do you feel right now? Right after this is done and dusted.
That's insane.
I'm a little bit out of breath, you know. That last fight, I think, shaved a year off my lifespan.
Walk us through the comms. Was it as hectic and as like chaotic as we expected to be in that kind of situation?
I mean, we weren't even sure if we could retake. Like all we were talking about is like, can we touch? Can we touch? You know, like I think like Kev went Tracer and took like the long blink perk to get the roll out. Like everyone was like just trying anything we could to like get onto that point. And then it was just 2 minutes of I don't know, just 700
Still not
people
faster
saying
than
some
Sombra,
things,
Cereally.
you know?
Not even close. Also,
Absolute dogfight.
Pharah is an insanely free swap in that situation.
I mean, it truly, I don't know if I've ever seen a closer finish
Pharah
to a
Sombra
series than that. Maybe in all my years playing Overwatch, like truly an iconic moment, one to be remembered.
The long
but for you
blinks,
guys,
yeah.
this puts you to be the first team now in the grand final, which maybe could be expected, I think, by fans looking at from the outside at your guys' great results so far in the stage. But you guys have been pretty open about how this top 3 in EMEA is still very, very close. Like all these teams are incredibly strong. So my question to you is, looking ahead now to Paris with these 3 teams.
I wanted to talk about the game, but that's all. That was crazy, dude. Okay, one of those tier lists is done. One of the tier lists is done. Shiru. Send screenshot, please. What are we doing here? Why is it on dark mode? What? What? All right. Thank you, Shiru. And then the other one's still finishing up. Our diamond one. People are just being short-sighted about long blinks. You get it? You get it? Long blinks are gas. Cats be like. He would have hit it without the perk? That's funny.
Like, you cannot get any
I
closer.
truly think that Circuit Royale is the closest map I've ever
All right, hang on a
seen
second.
in
Hang on a second.
Overwatch.
Hang on a second. Let me check in on our other group real fast. Hey, no rush, but just how far in are we? Don't. Are we almost done?
We're
We-
like finaling it.
All right.
We're just
We are
all right.
tweaking a few
finalizing.
things.
We're doing speak now, forever hold your peace.
Ah, okay. All right. Send me a friend request and y'all are done. Okay, we're almost done with our diamond tier list, and we'll be good to go.
Man, they should just during NA they should just do a little picture-in-picture and just play that match again during NA. But
Might be longer than an entire match over there. We don't know.
that circuit was longer than Katsia VP from yesterday.
For sure.
You know what?
For sure. It's like
Let's make our own tier list. Overwatch tier list maker. Let's make our own tier list. You guys ready? Let's do it. And let's do it off of naked raw statistics. So I don't make tier lists because I don't like telling people what to play. However, if you were to make a tier list of what heroes are doing well in ranked, it's pretty easy to just simply pull up the public statistics, interpret them with a little bit of nuance, and we'll discuss what that nuance is in a moment. Like, for example, high pick rate characters doing well is more of an indictment of how strong that character is, whereas low pick rate characters doing well is not so much, because it's likely that those characters are being picked by specialists in the correct circumstances, and also nobody's rage swaps to Symmetra and throws the match. or may, at least not as often as they do Kiriko or Bastion or Roadhog. So there's a couple of things that we're gonna kind of factor in here. When you're picking a character that has a very high pick rate and a very high win rate, obviously that will mean that that character is probably more evenly quite strong, especially if the ban rate's not very high. So ban rate influences performance. Map pick rate also influences performance. Also, pick rate slightly influences performance. And the last thing that we have to keep in mind as well, meta slightly influences performance. And I'd say the last thing, but I got one more thing too as well. How approximately difficult the character is to pick up and play also influences performance. In other words, Moira, if you look at her support performance right now, is not the most OP support in the game. However, if you were to pick it up and apply yourself to a character, you'd probably be doing more so than most Moira players are right now. Compare that to Ana or Zen or whatever else. So if you really apply yourself to Moira, the time requirement to win on Moira on most ranks is probably lower than it is in other heroes. So we're going to kind of vaguely factor in all these things and create our own season 3 tier list, guys, at this point. Okay, you guys ready? Where are we at here? Let's do roles first. Let's start with damage here. All ranks we'll just do with America. Xion is obviously S tier. So wherever Xion is, that's obviously S tier, just objectively at all tiers. This is going to be for all ranks. Genji has to be A tier. Let's see here. These are high pick rates, high and low ban rates. Onron, I would say is also A tier because she's doing well. And also, I don't think her skill floor is that hard. And also, I think that she does quite well on maps that are not Escort Hybrid. And the fact that she's doing well despite high pick rates of Escort Hybrid is pretty good. All right, great. Ash Thursday, I'll look at it in a second. Let me finish this. Torb, pretty low pick rate, so I don't want to overly inflate his performance. I would say maybe Torb is B tier, but also very quite easy to pick up, so maybe could be A tier, but we'll leave it for there. Pharah, I would say, is B tier as well for the same reason, because I actually think her skill floor is quite high, so she's being played by people that are quite good at it, but it can be challenging to just pick her up and play her everywhere. It's going to take some time. So we're going to be like equating how much time it takes to commit to the character. And I say the same thing applies to Venture and maybe Vendetta too. So like Venture, Vendetta, not the hardest characters to pick up, but can be incredibly inflexible. And their very low pick rate means that they're not being inflated or deflated, by rage swappers. So maybe not quite as OP. Hanzo, Ashe. Let's see here. Hanzo, Ashe are fine. Especially, but that might be inflated by Escort Hybrid a little bit. We'll say Hanzo is like C tier. I would say Ashe is probably slightly better because I think she's more flexible than Hanzo and has a slightly higher pick rate. So I put her maybe in the top of B tier. I might bump up Torb here just to be fair. Just so we have something that resembles a little bit more of a bell curve. Widow, very niche. But when she's playable, when she's playable, she's okay. Maybe drop her. Yeah, I'll leave it in C tier for now. Junkrat, kind of middling, but considering his skill floor is pretty low, I'll actually bump him up despite him because he's just not that hard if you applied yourself to Junkrat in certain situations. And the same thing goes for Sierra. So Sierra is definitely better than she looks right now because her pick rate's quite high. Her ban rate is also quite high, and she's also very easy to pick up compared to other heroes. So Sierra is doing, I mean, honestly, Sierra could be A tier in most ranks. Like that feels way too high for the amount of effort to put in. Like if you put in time in Sierra, whereas Tracer, pretty hard. Like Tracer does pretty well, but most people that play Tracer play a lot of Tracer and mostly just play Tracer. So I would put her in C tier for most ranks. Sem, actually not doing super well right now, but very low pick rate, so hard to really say. I would say her skill floor is not the lowest, nor is it the highest. I would say probably around C tier. We're going to keep going. Soldier 76, high pick rate, middling performance, but also not super hard. So I'd say Soldier's like whatever. Probably like top of C tier maybe. Echo, a little hard to pick up. Lower pick rate, lower performance. Not super great. Probably bottom of C tier. Up there with like Tracer, maybe even lower. Sombra, not great. D tier. Probably our first D tier hero. Niche and still not doing that well. And also has a high ban rate. Cassidy, definitely overrated. However, he is deflated because he's a very common rage swap. I know I skipped Reaper, bear with me. So I actually put Cassidy in bottom of B tier because he's also quite simple. So he's a character that's deflated by people getting frustrated and counter swapping with him. He's also not the hardest cast, so I'd probably put him up there. Maybe I'll put him with Soldier, but for right now, that seems fair. Reaper's also a rage swap and very easy to learn, so I'll keep him in bottom of C tier. or maybe even bottom of B tier, because he's definitely even more rage swappy than Cassidy. He's definitely weaker than he was before. And I think he's also maybe a little bit easier than Cassidy to pick up. Emre, almost never a rage swap, also pretty flexible map-wise, and still underperforming. So Emre, surprisingly, is going to actually drop all the way down to D tier, probably the lowest that he's been in a while. Bastion, very low skill floor, and very common as a rage swap. So Bastion's actually not quite that bad. I'd actually put Bastion closer to C tier, despite his bad performance. Freya is very hard, specialist, and still sucks. Freya is trash. Freya is going to be in F tier, and going to be our first hero in F tier, as is Sojourn, for the same reason that neither are rage swaps, and they both have very high skill floors, so they're not characters that you're just going to be able to pick up and perform. This looks good to me. We're going to move on. We're not really putting a lot of effort and thought into this. This is just low-hanging fruit here. And this is also going to be regional specific. There are some definite variances based off of region, based off of hero pick rates. Okay, let's take a quick look at support. Mizuki objectively is like S tier. He's good in all ranks. He's not super hard to pick up once you get the hang of basic mechanics. His kit is not super complicated, and you don't necessarily have to play him perfectly to get value out of him. He's just strong. He's strong in all situations. He's also not hard to pick up. Zenyatta also is going to be very high ranked, because especially if you're playing a lot of escort hybrid, not the hardest support to pick up. Not easy by any means, but he's also relatively flexible, high pick rate, high performance, low ban rate. He's going to be bad on certain maps, which is why we're not going to grade him in the top of A tier, but he's pretty solid. Jetpack Cat, pretty high ban rate, a little bit lower pick rate, but also I think relatively flexible. Can be a little bit awkward to pick up. So I'll put Jetpack Cat in top of B tier. I don't think she's necessarily dominant, because she's not super intuitive for a lot of people. Oh, I missed Mei. Whoops. What was Mei? Mei would probably be like bottomish. Wait, where is... Oh, Mei's not even here. Oh, wait, no, I did miss Mei. You're right. Okay, Mei's decent, actually. I would say B tier. Definitely a rage swap hero sometimes, but probably it's like around here. We'll keep moving on. Wu Yang, not easy to pick up, but pretty flexible. And doing pretty well. So I'd probably put Wu Yang in like top of B tier. Brigitte, probably B tier again. Sometimes is swapped to inappropriately, so it can be deflated a little bit win rate wise, but definitely a character that is not super easy to pick up as people think, right? Juno, very easy to pick up, has a relatively rewarding skill curve, high pick rate, pretty good performance. If you apply yourself to Juno, I think you're probably going to be in A tier in most ranks, most situations. Definitely underrated, basically deflated because a lot of bad players play her, and it's pretty, like, if you apply yourself, then you're, and the same thing is going to go with Moira. Moira's actually going to be even higher, I think. Definitely up here. Moira, again, we're talking about like measuring the amount of time it takes to win with these characters, basically, compared to other heroes. And Moira, Juno just are going to have a lot lower skill floors to like really dominate in most ranks. Okay, Lucio, he's okay. Not a rage swap. Not a bad hero by any means, but I would say probably bottom of B or top of C. Just kind of middling. Probably a character that takes some time to learn. However, I will say his heal aura helps carry him a little bit in lower ranks. So, are we cooking up like how accurate their win rates are to their ranks? No, we're talking about like, we're cooking up how their win rates are in correlation to how easy it is to pick up the basics of the amount of time it takes to win with these characters, basically. Which is a calculation of their strength times their skill floor / skill ceiling. Make sense? And we're doing this for kind of all ranks. We're just kind of guessing. Okay, now if you think that there's problems with the way I'm doing things, I would agree. Okay, Mercy. This character is way overperforming given how easy this character is to pick up. Bottom of A tier. Should not be this strong. And it is, I wouldn't say a rage swap here, but there's a lot of people that play this character really badly and are still doing relatively well. So maybe top of B tier. Maybe top of B tier. Well, the problem with value ceiling with Tracer is that doesn't apply to 99.5% of the people looking at this tier list. You understand what I'm saying? It's not relevant. Value floor is way more applicable to 99% of people watching this. Right? Like, you could probably run, I could have 1,000 of you guys spend 10 hours a week grinding all these characters and see what rank you could get, and I guarantee you it would look something like this. Okay? Something like this, with some major flaws. EDI, not a rage swap hero, doing okay, actually, but not easy to pick up, but also not super hard because she's pretty simple. I put her in bottom of B. Lifeweaver, very easy, very low skill floor, still doing okay. I'll also put him in B, but because he's definitely a bit weaker. Lower skill floor, but also slightly lower performance. Kiriko, played terribly wrong, has a much higher skill floor than people understand, and is picked in all sorts of inappropriate situations, so she is the definition of deflated win rate, and she's also a chronic rage swapper hero. I will actually put her in top of B tier, bottom of A. If you're applying yourself to Overwatch with Kiriko, you're going to win games faster than you would with a character like Lifeweaver, most likely. Okay? Even if you're like Silver, right? This isn't just like, oh, if you're GM, aim, obviously, right? Ana, yeah, she's not great. She's not great. Ana is a counter swap hero sometimes, but yeah, not great. Not good. Not good. Baptiste, terrible. D tier. Ana is deflated a little bit by counter pick situations, but more often than not, a lot of people play her well, and she's also not. I'm actually put bottom and bottom of C, and then Bap is just terrible. So yeah. Kiriko high value floor though? No. More so than usual since they buffed her healing for sure, which is why she's doing slightly better than she was before. Yep, 100%. Okay, let's keep going here. Tank. Well, this is easy, right? Ryan S tier. Not even close. Second best hero in the game. Maybe the best hero in the game since Sion's nerfs. Not even close. Easy to pick up. Rewards skill well. Flexible. Not a rage swap almost ever, so his win rate is pretty honest reflection of his performance in most situations. Great. Wrecking Ball. Not a rage swap, but not deflated by people. Nobody ever rage swaps Wrecking Ball. So I would say probably also... I'd say he's not as hard to pick up as people think. So I'll put him in B tier. But he's not the easiest thing in the world. Hazard, same thing. Not a rage swap. Pretty flexible. Not the easiest thing to pick up, but does fairly well. I would say probably a little bit lower than Wrecking Ball. In terms of consistency, Doomfist, I think, has a slightly higher value floor or skill floor than those characters, and is, again, never rage swaps, but still not a bad tank. So still B tier. Ball overtime swap count, it does, but remember your win rate is a calculation of the percentage of the time that you spent on the character. So if you lose every single time you rage swap Ball to touch point, that has a very, very, very minuscule impact on the character's performance. Junker Queen, gonna be a little bit inflated because nobody ever rage swaps to Junker Queen. I think has a relatively higher skill floor, so I'd put her in the bottom of B tier or maybe top of C. Let's see here. Sigma, high win pick rate. Play in a lot of situations when he's inappropriate. Not usually a rage swap, but more so than others. So I would probably put Sigma more higher up, near top of B. Domina, similar situation. I'll put her also as a slightly higher value floor. There's a lot of like decent tanks right now, but besides Ryan, nobody's like clearly dominating. Zarya, very easy to play, very high ban rate. And still very also super inflexible. So if you know when you're picking her in the right situations, I'd actually put Zarya for a lot of people in the top of B tier, even though she's in a kind of a weaker position right now. This is NA specific, right? Let's see here. Malga is sometimes a rage swap inappropriately, is a little bit map inflexible, and doesn't have the highest skill floor in the game. So I would say probably consistently B tier. There's a lot of B tier tanks, just like there's a lot of like, there's a lot of A tier supports. Winston, nobody ever rage swaps Winston, almost ever. Can be really bad in a lot of maps. He's actually not too bad. He's actually not too bad. A lot of tanks are actually really tight in terms of performance. Like, look how tight this little list is here. Like, within 49.3, 49.4, 49.8, 50.2, 50.6, like, within 1% basically of each other. Ram is rage swap too. Has a relatively low skill value for, so we'll say bottom of B. But the reason I'm putting him above Queen, even though Queen has a higher performance, is that this character is rage swapped to at a much higher rate than Junker Queen, so swapping him inappropriately, deflating his win rate. And also, I think it's easier to pick up Ramatra than it is to pick up Junker Queen. Just vibes, in my experience. We don't have any statistic on that by any means. Okay? We'll keep going here. Roadhog, absolutely massively deflated win rate. He's B tier. Not the lowest value floor in the skill floor in the game, though. Can be a little challenging to pick up. But this character is a large percentage of his performance is deflated by people rage swapping this character, more so than maybe almost any tank in the game. Diva, people love to play her. People don't know where to play her. Also has a high floor. Diva sucks. Diva's D tier. One of the worst tanks, one of the worst heroes in the game right now, and is occasionally rage swapped, but not very often. So her win rate is not deflated all that much. Although she is a little bit of a sufferer of the escort hybrid disease, which we talked about earlier, Orisa also very much a rage swapper along with Roadhog, so she's definitely deflated, but she's also quite bad. Kind of a higher value, skill floor than I think people give her credit for. And this is your Season 3 tier list, ladies and gentlemen, based off of facts and logic. If I had every single one of you up one trick one of these characters for 10 hours, sample size of 15,000, and you applied yourself, this would probably be how much rank that you would gain from bronze to GM, depending on what you're applying, with very little nuance factored in. And I promise you that this is going to be more accurate than any other content creator's tier list out there. Promise you. This is a correlation between the character's strength, factoring in many of the nuances that are lost in the statistics, times how difficult it is to pick up and execute and learn this character. This tier list will look differently if you already one-trick the character and are very good at them, in which case this hero's strengths is the more limiting factor. All right, now, well, they can flame me as much as they like. I'm using way more facts and logic than anybody else is using. They're all using vibes. Now, so you guys finished your tier list, so I'm going to accept your friend request, and we're going to take a look at this tier list. There's some caveats in here. We'll look at the caveats later, but for right now, we're going to ignore the caveats, and we're going to pull it up. And I'm going to have you guys tell me, is this the gold tier list? Or is this the diamond tier list? You guys think you can guess? No leaks. Remember, if you were part of the tier list or you're privy to this information, no leaks. If you know who this is, don't leak. You guys ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1, no leaks. I'll set a poll. Is this gold or is this the diamond tier list? This is for ranked. Is this the gold play? The poll is live in Twitch. Poll is live in Twitch. Is this the gold or diamond tier list? Is this a good opinion or a really, really bad opinion? We'll look at some of the individual standout choices here in a moment. You like your list much more than yours, Spilo? Well, that's because you would have objectively bad opinions. And I'll explain why. This is a ranked tier list. This is 100% a ranked tier list. I clarified for both of the teams that this is for ranked. Obviously, they're gold and diamond players. So, okay, so 18 out of 48 thinks that this is gold. 30 of you think this is diamond. Let's talk about some of the really bad placements here. Okay, based off of stats and logic. Okay, Zarya we know is really annoying, high ban rate, so maybe Zarya is OP, maybe Sigma is OP. Sojourn in S tier is hilariously wrong. At every rank, she's one of the weakest DPS in the games. Weakest DPS in the game, and ranked anyway. I know what you can do in scrims, but just she's hilariously bad in rank, even in GM champ. And these guys, obviously, there's no excuse. May, I just think is not that. May is good, but again, map situational, nowhere even close. Like, again, if you, I'm picking outliers here. If you factor in ban rates, map pick rates, rank performance variance, in no way, shape, or form do Sojourn and May belong in here. Like, not even close. You can argue, okay, with ban rates, with Zarya, you know, like if the situations, but in no way is this good. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you guys make a tier list and tear it apart, but that's what we're here. Kiriko, no, I just think Mizuki is clearly stronger than Kiriko in ranked, just given his performance across the board. Kiriko is deflated by rage swapping more so than Kiriko, or more so than Mizuki, but still, I just don't agree with it. And Wing, no, this is the weakest state that Wing has been ever in ranked performance-wise. Ever. So there's no way that Mizuki is in the same tier with Wing and Kiriko. And again, you can look at every single region and every single rank. This is just completely insane. Sojourn isn't really getting punished in Diamond for being 225. That's just objectively wrong. This is just objectively wrong. You guys are talking vibes. Look at the numbers. Characters that are not super map inflexible and don't have super map ban rates. You stats demand nuance with interpretation, but you cannot throw them out entirely. Ram in A tier is crazy. Arista in A tier is even crazier and ranked, even if you count for the fact that the characters are deflated by win rates. And Diva in A tier is also absolutely insane. Tracer Cass, again, I can understand, but feels pushing it. Sim, Lucio feels overvalued. Ana in A tier is absolutely bat crap insane. Juno and Ana being in the same win rate for all ranks is actually insane. Again, this is NA. This is NA, okay? NA or EU. So if you want to argue that, oh, well, in Asia, Ana's better, I understand. Let's see here. Genji's probably underrated. I think Genji's the second best, like, again, win rate in almost every rank other than GM Champ. Hanzo feels like the rest of this feels like you could argue a lot of these placements, but I understand. Like Bastion obviously is deflated due to like people rage swapping him and so on. Yeah, Ryan in C tier is like has to be one of the worst placements of a tier list I've ever seen in my life. Like this is the strongest this character has ever been, and he is currently the strongest tank in all ranks except for GM Champ, and he's in the top 3 or top 1. No, he's actually, I'm sorry, he's either second or first in NA and Europe and GM Champ, I'm pretty sure right now. He's number 1 in Europe, Ryan is, and GM Champ. And GM Champ, he's number 1. And if you're below GM Champ, he's the number 1 tank. So if this is the diamond players or the gold players, they're completely off the goop. Completely off the goop. And don't talk to me about, oh, win rates don't tell the full story. Well, then what is this telling you? Where are you basing off of this? Literally nothing? Vibes? Freya's overrated here. I think Ashe is slightly underrated. I think Lifeweaver, Brig, and Moira are also chronically underrated. Like, Moira is insanely good compared to the amount of effort that she gets. Math? Okay, well, then love to hear the math. Roadhog is deflated by counter swapping. He does not belong in D tier. He's not that bad of a tank. On-run's also one of the best the top 4 or 5 DPS up until GM Champ in the game. BAP is, I think, F tier, even in GM Champ. So again, I'm cutting some slack here, and it's still not. There's no way Mercy's in D tier. I mean, honestly, I would flip-flop. And then F tier, Junker Queen being F is hilarious. Junkrat being F tier is hilarious. Tor being F tier is hilarious. Sojourn's still one of the better DPSs up until the very highest rank. And Zen being F tier when the character had the highest win rate of... He had the highest support win rate in GM Champ last season. And he was in like top 2 or 3 for all... He was only beaten out by Mizuki in basically every single rank. Zenyatta, sorry. Did I say Sojourn? Okay. Yes, he got nerfed all the way to F tier. That's right. That's right. You can literally look at the stats right now. He's still either the second best or the best support in the game, behind Mizuki, right? So, you guys are sure that this is the diamond players? Are you sure? This is your last chance. You think it's gold diamond players borrowing opinions from tier lists? You voted gold? You voted gold? It's the Sierra and on-run placements yet? Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. Okay, you guys ready for the answer? This is Luke Mino, who is arguably the best North American ranked player in the last 2 years. He's both been one of the best pro support players for years, like actually insane. And he is insanely good, notoriously insanely flexible at being very good at both tank and damage. Like, I don't know exactly what rank he's reached, but he's like, I swear he's reached like top 25 in all roles, like every season, basically. This is one of the best ranked players in the world. And a pro player. And he's been around for a long time. Camp 1 all roles. Now, I'm going to show you the gold and diamond tier lists in a second. My point here, ladies and gentlemen, is if you are watching tier lists from anybody and using that as gospel or having any sort of significant influence about how you play ranked, you are absolutely insane. You are absolutely insane. And the reason why I'm doing this is not to violate Luke, because Luke is an insane player and has reached insane ranks. But Luke has terrible opinions about what characters are good and ranked. And I have to deal with this crap all the time when I coach. Because people come up to me with opinions warped from people that are very qualified and very good at the game, and they come with all of this mental baggage that completely trashes their whole, not only the decisions, but their intentionality about like how the game is balanced and designed. Actually insane that this is the tier list that Luke's is. And the funny part about this, do you notice what we were shredding it? We kept bringing up even in GM champ, even in GM champ. You know why? You're like probably wondering why I was obsessively talking about that. Because this is from a GM champ player. Insane. Insane. Absolutely insane. These are biases that have been stuck from pro players since the dawn of time. And I am vulnerable to bias. You're vulnerable to bias. Everybody's vulnerable to bias. And if you're using a random ranked tier list to decide what to play this season as a bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond player, you're crazy. Oh, and by the way, you're crazy if you're a grandmaster player too. Oh, and you're crazy if you're a champion player too. Everyone goes up to me, oh yeah, but Quartz does not play spam Sojourner rank. Are you crazy? So your opinions need to be formed from either your own experience, if that's going to be your subjective experience, who you enjoy playing, or if you're going to use a couple of quick crazy outliers, use the stats website. Seriously, look at the rank that's one above you and be like, okay, that character looks like it's vaguely, like vastly overperforming. I'm going to open myself up to selective bias with the statistics, but it's better. It's literally a better guess to go in blind and ignore the nuanced statistics that might be lying to you than it is to trust a ranked players tier list. Literally better to completely blindly follow statistics without any nuance than it is to ask a pro player what they think. It just is. Sorry. I made a video about this like 3 years ago. People keep sending me screenshots of it. Like, you keep making tier lists, and you made a video years ago why I don't do tier lists. Because this is the type of tier list I'm talking about. Don't do these type of tier lists. This is why I don't make these type of tier lists. So here's the fun part. I mean, I could talk about on the line of like why these characters are overrated. Pro players always overrate burst characters. They always overrate characters like Sojourn that are pretty good in scrims because of push. We've talked about this a million times. Why Kiriko's good in scrims, why Sojourn's good in scrims, Mei is good in the current meta in scrims, but not so much in ranked, and so on. We could literally go down the list, but I'm not going to do that right now. We've talked about this a million times. But even if you factor in stuff like inherent weaknesses of the character's kit, you're absolutely insane if you think Ryan is not an S tier character. He's literally the number 1 win rate tank in EU, the number 4 win rate tank in NA, and GM and champ. And he's the strongest character in the game, even including Xian, I believe, or he's either first or second in all ranks in NA right now. And you can't go, oh, but the maps, oh, but the ban rate, no, frick off. This one doesn't need any nuance to understand. Talk about Zarya, ban rates, map performance, yeah. Not even close. And don't be like, oh, but GM's GM. But we're talking about champion here. This is a champ, like GM champ, and he's, well, you know what? Then your tier list doesn't apply to 99.5% of people. And I'm sorry, but if you think
a C tier tank against Zar, an S tier tank, is this an auto
if you think that 99% of people watching Luke Mino's tier lists are champion players, you're crazy. You don't know how statistics work, ironically. Do you think that all the people liking and following Luke's... Dude, I had a coaching session with Sunshine Bread a couple weeks ago. And she was so convinced that Sojourn was OP, she dropped Tracer because she thought she was winning too many games off of Tracer. And it's like, well, if I'm good at the game, I should just be able to rank up just with one-tricking Sojourn. And I was like, well, Sojourn's pretty hard. Like, even with somebody, like, you got to know the matchups. Like, she's a little bit more volatile about non-dive matchups. She can struggle in poke metas. There's a lot of maps that can be challenging with her, but like it was so baked into her brain that Soj is equal OP because pro player said so, that it was like, I mean, yeah. And this is the kind of crap that I deal with like almost at least a couple times a week. So if you're going to sit here and be like, oh, but Spilo, your numbers are based off of like, there's some vibes. Yep. And I'm honest about it. And it's still better than this crap. I promise you. So there you go. I pulled a bait and switch. Let's look at the other tier lists. Do you guys want to see how the other players did? Is she wrong? Yes, she is. Sojourn is not easy. Sojourn is very, very difficult, even at a high level player. It is absolutely not free low for any player. Not even, certainly not in ranked. Certainly not in ranked. You guys ready? What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this tier list compared to Luke Minos? You guys want to guess what rank this was? Now, this one is one of the gold or diamond ones. I'm not lying to you guys anymore. I'm not lying to you guys anymore. What do you guys think? Gold or diamond? There's a couple of players here. Now, if you know, don't answer. Now, obviously, this is some serious selection bias here. I just pulled literally 3 or 4 random diamond players. But so this is more of a fun exercise. This is not like a statistical analysis here. Just have some fun with it. You know, I'm not gonna even do a poll. What do you guys think? Actually, I need a second here. I need a second. I actually forget which one this is. Okay, no, we're good. I know who this is. What do you guys think? First off, is this one better than Luke's for most ranked players? What do you guys think? Is this one better than Luke's for most ranked players? I think it is. I mean, there's some definite outliers. Like Zen feels like way too low. Ball feels like way too low. Maybe, you know, skill floor wise. Maybe some underrating of these supports too. But I think this is like straight up probably more accurate for players than Luke's tier list for most, like 90%, even like Masters players, probably better. All right, you guys ready? This is the gold. I literally picked 3 random gold players, by the way. Thank you, guys. And I think they made a more accurate tier list than the pro player. This is the gold players tier list. This is the gold player tier list. So obviously that being spoiled, I'll show you guys the diamond one. This is the diamond one. What do you guys think? I love the mechanics check. There's a lot of details in this one. This one feels pretty good though. This one has definitely some interesting opinions too. I like most of the characters at the top. I don't like Diva that high. I don't know if I feel about Cass that high, even if you factor in the rage swap, but Shion, Ryan, Mizuki, that's an instant thumbs up for me. D tier is mostly okay too. There's definitely some characters I feel like are probably a little underrated there, but yeah, obviously don't be too rude. Everyone's gonna disagree. You guys are flaming me for my opinion, so don't flame too much. You know, we flame Luke, we'll flame everybody, I guess, but you know, everyone's, and this is again a small sample size, so yeah. Here's the if I can give you guys one thing to walk away from with this, okay? It's statistics can be dangerous, yes, but can give you a little bit of guidance, give you some ideas, right? If a character has like a 58% win rate and a pretty high pick rate, yeah, character's probably broken just across the board. And if a character's like 44% pick rate, character's probably pretty bad right now, okay? And there's a lot of wiggle room in between. That's why we weren't really splitting hairs like, well, how good is Malga? I don't know. Like, how high is the skill floor of Doomfist? I don't know, man. Like, that's kind of hard to say. Doomfist isn't trash. Doomfist isn't the best he's ever been. Like, we can probably say those things pretty clearly, right? So for your perspective, if you want to know what to play, who do you enjoy? Just play. Play who you enjoy. And if you look at the hero statistics, and you're looking at a large sample size, and you're seeing Orisa's got the lowest pick rate, even if you factor in the fact that she's counter-swapped a lot, she's probably not that great. And so if you have a hard time with Orisa this season, yeah, that's probably pretty. And if you have an easier time with Mizuki this season, yeah, I really sound like Mizuki right now, you know. But yeah, then that's probably. But that really shouldn't. Even if you want to one-trick Orisa this season, you can make it work. You can make it work. 100%. It's possible. And it doesn't mean that you just pick Ryan, you instantly win. Like, Overwatch balance is generally pretty tight compared to a lot of the other games that I've played before. Why does Ryan have a 48% winner in Asia? Great question. So I've coached a lot of players in Asia. People really, really hate off-meta in Asia. People hate off-meta and Asia. They will throw the game frequently. You'll see this with Lifeweaver, you see this with Mercy, you see this all the time. Malga, up until recently. Asia has extremely volatile win rates, more so than either NA or EU just due to cultural differences. So yeah, and if you're thinking, oh, Kiriko's not that bad, I know how to off angle and poke. Yeah, sure. Maybe she is pretty good. Like, I think she's pretty good here, right? So you have to factor in how long it takes you to get good. Like, the reason why we were rating Moira so high is because if you apply yourself to Moira, you're already going to probably be providing more value than a lot of other characters in most ranks. But if you already have good mechanical prowess, then maybe you should apply that level of effort to Mizuki. You might reward that a little bit more, you know? So there's all sorts of little details and nuance. The main thing is stop treating tier lists like gospel. Please stop treating tier lists like gospel. My tier list was probably not that good. Their tier lists were certainly not that good. Use your judgment, try things, play for fun, play for improvement, regardless of the character. That's it. All right? There is no such thing as an objectively perfect tier list by any means, although there's a lot of objectively bad ones. So use your judgment, use your sense, and go on from there. Your experience is not the same as pro players. And ironically, as we pointed out, even pro players aren't even right in their own rank. That's all. Oh, yeah. And by the way, great point. To your point, Amon Bull, if you are playing on Asian servers, your experience might vary, you know? Like, you might go, oh, well, you know, Ana's not that good. And then you're playing with a Winston on every single map, and they're always voting Watch Point Gibraltar. You know, I don't know. Then all of a sudden, Ana's maybe not so bad, right? So, yeah. It's just too complicated to simplify it down to a tier list. And even when people do, a lot of people have just awful opinions. So, trust your own judgment. That is why I do not make tier list videos. That is why I don't make tier lists for seasons, okay? I hope that explains it. That's all. Thank you very much for the people that assisted. You guys were immensely useful. That was perfect. I really appreciate that. That was awesome.
If you can snag that far, if you can snag that Kiriko, just get somebody. It's a hard comp to use this Graviton Surge against. Still going to be able to trigger OT, though.
Yeah, hero popularity. Yeah. Well, hero popularity means if you're smart enough to play the character when the character is good, where the character... Hey, look, Luke's playing. If you're smart enough to play the character where the character is good and not play them where they're bad, you can just crush. Like, Zarya probably has a deflated win rate to an extent because people pick her... She's a very map situational character, more so than most. So if you only play Zarya where she's good, then you probably... Zarya is going to be like an A tier, S tier hero. Yeah. So, why is Luke Mino's team playing so many low tier heroes? Well, it's a ranked meta versus a scrim meta. Also, people deflate characters that feel bad too. Even high ranked players. People always underrate how good Ryan is because sometimes in certain matchups he feels really bad, even if he's actually just straight up winning you the game. Best example is all like I review Ryan and like sniper maps all the time. It goes like 6-3 or 6-5, literally 6-5 in an entire escort round, and they win. You just can't hit anything with your hammer, you know. Like you literally just don't. You just can't do anything. Whereas Zarya feels like you're always doing something, you know. It feels like you're always doing something. Lucio, Brigitte are generally underrated characters in low to mid ranks because it never feels like you're doing a whole lot. Like you're not just doing a lot of damage or a lot of healing. But people don't understand the value of the utility that they're getting. All that matters is winning. All that matters is winning. It doesn't matter how you feel. Trade characters like Vendetta Venture can feel a little bit worse than they are, right? Reaper, trade heroes in Overwatch are very strong in ranked. Yeah, Orisa feels great. And it's just bad. A lot of the times. That's been the case for a long time. Orisa feels like she's always doing crap, never dies. But is just literally feeding ult charge and not controlling the map. Yeah, Freya deletes the double bolt. Dude, I remember having that feeling with playing Freya in ranked is like I would feel like Thanos. And especially due to the range that I was playing, I wasn't often dying a lot. And yet, like, there were like long stretches of fights where I just wasn't able to get anything done, pressure-wise. There's also the additional nuance that I've talked about where, like, running double hit scan on a lot of maps is really bad. And I'm pretty sure whenever I've calculated it before, maybe someone can correct me if I'm wrong, like hitscan has a much higher pick rate. Like poke characters, sorry, have a higher pick rate than short range characters. So poke characters, if you're playing it with a DPS duo that doesn't pick another poke character, is actually probably better than the win rates say, if you can build the comp correctly. Like if you're the guy that plays Cassidy Ashe, and anytime that your teammate picks Cassidy Ashe on a non-sniper map, you always have, you have a really good pocket Genji pick or a Tracer pick, then you're probably like, you're going to find a lot of success with poke characters because you're going to pick them when they're appropriate, you know? And that stuff matters even in lower mid ranks, right? It's just kind of hard to nail down. So anyway, that's all. I don't think low rank ball sucks. I think low rank ball is underrated good. AoE value is really high with low rank ball. I don't think you need to know any tech to do low rank ball. Ball is incredibly good in clumped fights. Your mines are insane. Your slams insane. Your roll throughs insane. I don't know if I have the proper drop swoopy. I'm sorry. Cast is deflated in 27 different ways. You might be right. He's got the hit scan debuff. He's got if you lose the game before you build your perk debuff. He's got the counter swap debuff. He's got the not the best sniper character on escort hybrid debuff. You know. Will there be any more tier list discussions? Not today. Yeah, we watched it. It was insane, Dabe. That last fight was insane. Perception problem? Yeah. Ball value is not always super obvious. Same thing with Harmony and Discord.
Circuit Royale, a Bastion ban. No cap Bastions. We don't want any of that smoke. That's still very good at that comp on this map too, so no shocks there. And a Zarya ban is going to put Zeb...
Ryan can be great in Amalga if you play him right, but it won't be fun playing Ryan that way. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Because you want to avoid Dorado, and so you end up going to Circuit Royale, and I don't think Lunex want to go to Junkertown either. And so,
like when I was playing Ana to GM, I could definitely tell that there were certain situations in certain maps where Ana just felt really bad. Like the loss of the heal passive meant that a lot more congested maps felt really bad because I couldn't just sit in the back and shoot. I had to like take more active space, and like my lack of sustain felt really bad. I felt the Ana win rate diminish subjectively. Like I just felt it a lot. I felt it pretty badly. And so you will feel stuff like that, you know, before.
very shocked if they end up going like Zev, Sig, or anything like that. Chronic, oh man. Now this
I think they're banning Bastion due to the sim Bastion stuff that we might have seen earlier, honestly. But you might be right. Maybe Cat Bastion. I don't really know what Lunex. Miracle, thank you for the raid, dude.
This is a trash can.
Hope you're doing well. Long time no chat. I don't know. I don't know what Lunex really plays, so I feel like Lunex is definitely like one of those off-meta teams just because they're a little bit bad. Not a little bit bad. They're fine, but like, I mean, I'm not criticizing them. I'm saying it's like smart. They know their strengths and they're like playing around those strengths. So like, I'm not gonna try to guess conjecture too much of the bans because I don't know what these guys play that much. Yeah.
not playing the Pharah, not playing the Widowmaker either. Saw a little bit of Pharah.
Yeah, my best anecdote. I've said this at least 2 or 3 times before. My best anecdote with like my win rates and stats is how mad people were when they nerfed Sigma, and left Zarya in her state. This was back in the fall, late fall, or it was like December maybe. I don't remember. But yeah, Zarya was like 54, 53% win rate in most ranks, like very strong. Sigma was like 60 plus, like 61 in all ranks. So he gets hotfixed and everyone loses their minds because they didn't nerf Zarya. I was like, the difference between Sigma and Zarya from like a gameplay loop standpoint is Sigma feels like you can interact with, it just feels like a much more interactive trade. And Zarya is just cancer, just the most annoying tank trade of all time. And so you will feel the strength so much more so. It's like why Wu-Ying didn't feel so bad, even though Wu-Ying, you guys ready for this? Wu-Ying is one of the strongest hero releases that we've had in recent memory in Overwatch.
I know you were going to bring up your Season 9 Pharah WR again.
No, that would be too easy. But he just wasn't as obvious, you know? Why the Frey pick instead of Soj? Because it's harder to build rail versus what Lunex is running. That would be my guess. Like, you'll see Soch here anytime that there's going to build... Okay, they do swap, so, yeah. I really don't hate the Freya here. I really don't. You can build really, like, I guess decent on Orisa. I don't know. But you'll 100% see Sojourn at the pro level when you see, like, Ram, Malga, or a lot of, like, Flashpoint maps and stuff like that, so... It might be that they were also potentially expecting something else. I'm not really sure. But yeah, to Jacob's point, because I just want to annoy him now, I had a 58 or whatever, 59% win rate, or no, it might have been higher, on Pharah in Season 9 when everyone called her trash. Because you were like constantly focused and constantly getting trades, but you just won so many fights. Pharah was unbelievably strong on her rework. And everyone said that she wasn't good, except for me and Samito. And she actually remained in an unbelievably strong state for quite a long time until the pro players abused her, and then literally she became more visible, and then she actually got nerfed 225 afterwards. Yeah, Pharah's quite strong right now. The only reason we didn't rate her higher on our objective tier list is the fact she has a pretty high skill floor, so it takes some time to abuse the things that are. And there are a lot of situations where she can be a little inappropriate. Yeah, my death rate was insane. I just traded over and over and over and over again. It was like Venture level death rate for sure. What does a Pharah do? Just poke. Poke. It's a lot worse in this map because now the sightlines are like open up. Like you're basically spamming that choke from a tight angle on first point. But I agree that it's not as good here. And this was before perks, by the way. This was before perks. There's also an overabundance of double hit scan in rank. The irony is that Pharah is insane versus double hit scan if the map's decent for it. They're so freaking fragile. She just gets murked. Now, a map like this, double hit scan can be a bit cringe, yeah. But like double hit scan is... there's like a love-hate relationship with Pharah and hit scan. Because they're the most fragile, squishy characters that can just instantly fall apart. Pharah is just a space counter. She gets countered by poke when she doesn't have space. But the best way to beat a Pharah when she does have space is often more like mobile heroes. Yeah, she didn't just get nerfed to 225, she got nerfed with like 7 different things. Yeah, yeah. Would I say that Freya's design is peak? I say Freya's design has potential. She's another one of those hashtag potential heroes. Can we expect the Pharah to swap in third because of the enclosed space? Could be. Irony is that like there's more enclosed space, but there's also a lot more available verticality. So we might not. We might not. They might stay Pharah on third. I actually prefer Pharah, I think, on third than I do second, frankly. I don't know, man. This goes to show that, like, Zeb is just kind of a freak. Like, this is not an easy situation to play Orisa in at all. Long sightline, Sigma on poke. Maybe the only problem here is that Dallas doesn't have a Juno for speed to disengage with her Sig. But even then, I mean, Zeb should be... Oh, Zeb gets Suzu. Yeah, I think Shion's kind of... Shin's kind of playing the flanker role here, I guess, like controlling that short space, but definitely not the best map for Shion. Not a lot of lateral space here. I feel like either of these teams, if they had a Mei player, would benefit a lot from running Mei in this situation, this current meta. How much does the shield perk up? It helps. It definitely helps. There's still opportunity costs. Like, I don't think it's like a major upgrade, I think. Because Javelin Spin still helps a lot even in these poke situations, but it definitely helps. Do you get Odysseus drops it? I don't know. I'd pull up the stream just in case. I don't think I do. I don't think you do. I don't even think. Pharah barrage trade. Yeah, these devolve fights. Pharah's just disgusting. That's it. Pharah just kills everybody. Crazy. Yeah, I think the Bash and Cat combo forced people to play a lot of Cat, and people realize that like the ability to fly around in any angle that you want, and then purr and keep yourself up is like There's a lot of positions that you can like. Cow doesn't really have like the strongest utility because you're not really seeing her like reposition people a lot. But like being able to play literally anywhere on the map, basically at almost any point in time, it's pretty useful, man. Pretty useful. So I think kind of force people to experiment a little bit. We've seen that a million times, you know. What are we looking at here? It's so funny how good Juno is in the Pharah duel. It's like the most random thing ever that she's just like insane at killing Pharahs up close or medium range. Because you could just juke, dodge, shoot, speed ring, torpedo, whatever.
Yeah, ended up being in a pretty tough spot back there. It's just like, do I commit? Do I stay back? And just kind of got forced away. Couldn't cross the choke with confidence. And yeah, without that extra healing, Sunju just kind of cleaned up on the Pharah as well. I mean,
oh man.
Because you're thinking like someone has to get to the cart, and they ended up having someone to go touch. But I don't mind the idea. It was a good idea. The execution in the end just seemed a little bit
Airborne technology. Yeah, I mean, Pharah can definitely kill Juno, but you're like a little bit of panic away from losing that duel pretty fast. You're like, oh no, I missed it. Oh no, I'm dead. Yeah, no, it's not like illogical. I'm saying, I'm just saying it's just funny. It's humorous, you know. There's also Russian sleeper soul to activate and kill all Pharahs. Yeah. Pharah is fun. Pharah is fun. Her quirks are kind of silly in a broken way. There's the Mei. There's the Mei. I was wondering if we'd seen Mei. Dallas really loves their EDR. Like, Luke is just so incredibly flexible. And he's really good aim-wise. Dude, Luke isn't just, like, super flexible in terms of, like play all the roles. Holy crap, Sanjin. That guy has, like, always has the highest score in Vaxta challenge. Guy is just absolute ranked warlord. Like, Overwatch warlord. If you guys go into Vax like right now, you'll see Luke at like all the top of the scores or whatever else. Justice, Marigold, Falcon, Orbit. I'm not gonna do a Juno voice. I was tempted there for a second. Yeah, this is a live match right now. I guess this is like, is this playoffs? Like, this is playoffs. Like, playing for the LAN or whatever. Yeah, Tree's pretty good too, right? Tree's pretty flexible, right? I see Tree always off-rolling. I don't know how good he is on the off-rolls, but I mean, obviously Tree's insane, but I'm saying like flexibility. Who else is insanely flexible? It has to be like Tree, Luke. Who else? Not super. It's like all the DPS players are really good. Luke is like breaks the support stereotype. You know what I'm saying? Someone? No way. Someone is. Oh man, Dallas just creams them. That was freaking 2 ults too. Heesung? Maybe. I'm not as familiar with the Korean players. Lunex can definitely touch here, but it's gonna be kind of freaking scary. They can win this fight if they can get the touch, but they needed more than that. They get the touch, but they die for it. And they have, I mean, that was the ult that they needed too. Like, that's like they needed the Soj ult, and that's it. That should be it. Frick. Stalker Turboflex, yeah. I was talking more about like tank and support. Like Luke's good on all roles. Tree is pretty good in all roles, from what I understand. Maybe not as good as Luke, but. So, do you think Mei is a smash? It's cut off. Oh my gosh, click off. There's a reason why that one was cut off. Violet maybe even though he trolls. Yeah, probably. I mean, Violet freaking played a pretty good Cassidy way back in the day in pro matches. Mimone, yeah, I believe Mimone, yeah.
Then we had a little clutch moment here, of course. Nice little highlight for the support of Lunex, but that was Dallas Fuel all day. And you kind of touched on it, Johnny, but how kind of painful it is for Zeb in that situation where, okay, they end up rocking out with the Farah, then they change to May. So now
Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Jackson.
Because we don't have a May. I have to go Orisa to stop the May walls from.
I think most of the time DPS players make the best flex players, just based off their mechanical understanding and understanding of how to take space. But once you get to like the highest level, it's not necessarily the case, because I think you're more likely to run into just like genuinely competent players at the highest level. Like mechanically, like really strong. My goodness.
Now, I don't know what the answer is to get back into this series, Joss. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But don't forget, you can get 15% off your ticket to mid-season. That's coming up at the end of the month. It's not too long away, Johnny. There you go, OW15.
Hello, Rabbit.
Check out, and you get some sweet money off, which that you could then spend on some merch, perhaps.
Ice is probably the most turbo flexing you think of. Makes sense.
We had the cool Zeta Division 1s over in Tokyo.
What's up, Fuji? How you, mate?
Little Easter egg.
They see it goes.
Don't tell anybody I told you that.
Yeah.
Secret Easter egg lore drop. I know, just like that.
What's up, Crimson? How are you, mate?
The hell are cute. There was like a Genji one, there's a Tracer one.
Can Lunex steal a map? What gimmick map would you choose here for your Lunex? Surely you don't go like New Junk or Atlas. Well, maybe you do. You can run Orisa on that map. You go King's Row? Alright. We'll probably see some like spam crap or something. Who do people think counters Sim? Probably the Flyers. Winston, Flyers, something like that. Winston, Farah. Mercy. Sombra. Ball, Doomfist. Doomfist is good. Maybe like Doom Flyers. Ball Doom Flyers. Vendetta. Yeah, yes. You know, you're right. You're right. Yeah. How do you win that, coach? How do you win that match? I'm not really sure. We're not live time and analyzing as much as we could be. Honestly, Sharu, I'm a weak sauce. When it comes to side dish, the answer is always potatoes. Fries, sorry. Baked potatoes. Scalloped potatoes. Just potatoes. Potatoes freaking rock, bro. Potatoes are amazing. Corn's fine. Corn's good. Potatoes and corn, man. We play today, Spot? Or do we have pugs? I don't have pugs. Asparagus is really good. Asparagus is great. I think asparagus is underrated. I can understand why people don't like asparagus because it has a pretty distinct flavor, but I like asparagus, especially with some lemon and lime. Corn's good. Just, dude, freaking potatoes, asparagus, and corn, man. Yeah, that's right. And a side of coffee. Mushrooms are good shout too, actually. Frick, man, you guys make me hungry. I'm on my skinny week. I can't eat too much. Potatoes are an elite carbohydrate, my favorite, personally. Potatoes and corn. Sim is countered by Sierra since your ultimate can break symbol and perfectly placed. Or you could just, you know, EMP it. Your body is T already spell. You are the it girl. Thank you. But, you know, it takes work, you know? I'm a performance athlete. Lunex bans Farah, which makes sense. Farah's pretty good here. That's funny. Freaking Sanjin. Comedy gold. Dallas's comp is good. Lunex's comp, I'd be surprised if they ran Lucio, but maybe they do some sort of like TP sim stuff. That might be kind of good. Rice is good. Rice is like A tier. I like rice a lot, but it's not as good as potatoes in my opinion, for my personal flavor preference. Rice is probably like maybe more calorie efficient. I don't know. I don't really know the nutrient count. Broccoli is pretty good. Yeah, broccoli's okay. Broccoli's all right. It's like, yeah, it's inoffensive. Intense beef coffee diet. There's your TP. That's a forced lamp. They have a lot of space off. This is pretty good for Lunax. Nice little, cute little rotation here. They just need to kind of like take their space and be it patient, I say. Nice, Javelin. Yeah, the plan. I mean, this isn't TM here, but like this is pretty clever. I like it. It's a good try. Blueberries are pretty good. Oh man, Chronic is just killing everybody. Frick. They had an opportunity there. The problem with this comp from Lunax is like your only advantage is really your TP. I'm kind of surprised at the Sojourn. I would have way preferred a Cassidy because you're not really going to be building a lot of rail. You need the burst off the TP and... Okay, they're going to full swap. I just don't like the Soj, man. I mean, maybe now if you're like... We need a DPS that doesn't get run down, but... Wait, Purple Rice? Wait, I've heard of that before. I mean, I like the Bubble Vendetta. It's a different... Again, it's pretty good in this map. Oh, interesting. Good to know, Luke. Most satiating food. Yeah, I love potatoes. I'm a simple man. I have like... I barely have any sugar anymore. Like, almost at all. I mean, I will go months and months without having any form of sugar beyond fruit stuff. But I am a bad man for carbs. I am a carb freak. I freaking hate the Sojourn here so much. I despise it. You're not going to build rail. You lose every duel if you don't hit your rail. Your ult layering's not even that good because it's hard to push-pull with a Lucio comp, with a BAP, anyway. I don't know what's going on, bro. Yeah, I don't know X10's hero pool. I'm sorry. I'm talking. I don't know. Maybe X10 doesn't play cast. I really don't know. So mostly just I'm not critiquing X10. It's just a shame that like that's the hero that we have to play with here. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're playing to their strengths. It's just like... Which food is the most broken stats? I think chicken and beef are both pretty high nutrient. Beef has a higher fat content, I'm pretty sure. But has like a lot of like... Pretty sure has a lot of like micronutrients, like a lot of like iron and crap like that. Eggs are pretty good, yeah. Soybean is OP in terms of protein factor, but it's not... Plant protein has more asterisks with it. Like, you have to know, like, the right... And I don't think soy protein is the best variation of plant protein, to my knowledge. Has a lot of fiber, though. But yeah, you have to factor in micronutrients a lot, and yeah, it's kind of hard to know. I'm not a nutritionist, so I only know a little bit. I mean, EDRA is fine. Like, EDRA is, like, in a vacuum, not as strong as she used to be. But Luke's insane at it, and it makes sense in the map situation. Like, these guys are not going to go, like, push-pull with Lucio and on this map or the one before. Turmeric is really good, yeah. Turmeric is good, yeah. Wait, go back. I want to see the private grab behind hotel again. That is such a strange sentence. It's more about your body's absorption of plant protein, not about the amino acid content necessarily. I'm sorry to hear that, Dr. Pelican. Q is the best micronutrient profile for vitamins? Interesting. What's up? Well, I mean, Lunex is moving. But there's a lot more space at the Sojourn now. I think Sojourn ages very well on third point if they can get it there, too. It's going well, Pelican. Thank you. Yeah, is it the anti, like, what's the anti-inflammation aspects of turmeric? Lambo Leap? I can't remember. Look how powerful Baptiste is. I mean, this is the situation in which you'd play Baptiste. Dallas is not moving. Dallas is standing still. I say that and they go Juno Ram, but yeah. This is also a very good map for Bap. This is I think this is probably one of Baptiste's best maps. Has to be. Top 5 easily, maybe even higher. Curcumin, that's right. That's what I meant with the turmeric, yeah. Is there a better Bat map? Curcumin needs like black pepper to activate or something, right? Seriously, is there a better map than King's Row for Bat?
We've seen this one again. We've seen this one before. This is just, look at this.
That has to get patched, bro.
It might not be.
I feel it has to be King's Row. Like every single point is good for Bat.
One of the funniest clips I've ever seen, honestly, is Lucamino doing that yesterday. Zomba lying in wait for maybe Kellen to walk up.
Process soy is like almost identical in absorption rate to the eggs and meats turbo run. I find that hard to believe. I don't know. Whenever I hear about like, if you just do this like one quick tip, it just means you don't have to. I don't know. I'm always a little skeptical. I'm like that with like I'm completely uneducated, but like what do they say about like the fake beef that they're doing now? I'm just like, I understand like the ethical things of that, and like I understand, but I'm always like, I don't know. Whenever it's too good to be true, you're always just like, all right, what's the catch? 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line that we're gonna find out about this? I don't know. Don't take advice from a Twitch streamer, guys. Do you know? Trust your doctor, but I don't know. There's always something comes up. Yeah, this map is insane for Bat. I don't know why we're freezing here. YouTube kind of tweaked. Yeah, you've got tightness, you've got length, you've got height. It just feels perfect. Seriously, I was saying, like, I don't think there's a single map that's better for Bat off the top of my head. At least in a vacuum. Take my advice from a YouTube streamer? Yeah, it's a big difference. Why Bat over Aina? There's a lot more shielding and stuff. Like the verticality is really good in this map. There's not a lot of things that are push-pulling with Nano. You don't... Why should I not follow it blindly? You should. The only opinion you should blindly follow is the one that says it doesn't follow my opinion. Circuit Royale, okay, but like Circuit Royale is so pokey and not enough verticality up until third point. You see what I'm saying? In which case you're better off just running like a Juno with speedring on a Ram or a Zen or something like that. Like you're like, oh, but what about the extreme sightline maps? Just run Zen. It's like that perfect balance, you know? Tons of corners, decent sight lines, lots of verticality, not a lot of... The flanks are all like verticality pilled, you know? Yeah, ironically, like Bap is not even the best poke support anymore. Like Zen completely... I mean, Zen was always slightly better, but like hands down, Zen's better now. And in maps that are pretty like pokey, but like you can find lots of corners, you might just want to run speed or AoE heroes like Mizuki. Mid-tom Bap isn't too bad. Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, true. No, I mean he's obviously good. Yeah, but like this has to be the best, you know.
This is where it gets scary.
Do pro coaches assign the players drills to swap heroes and spawn faster? No. There's a couple of support here. Like there used to be a lot more of that in Flashpoint with how bad the spawns were. There used to be all sorts of little rollouts you could do, but even that's a lot less common than it used to be. Stefano, you realize you can swap heroes when you're dead, right?
Couldn't rejoin the fight with the rest of his team, so it's going to be Lunex waiting for this. So this choke point is basically free.
Sojourn to Winston Echo is going to be tough to build. I don't know. I mean, Sojourn to Winston Echo makes at least some sense, right? Like, you can use your mobility versus those heroes. You don't even need a big rail versus Echo, just a little rail. I mean, I actually like Sojourn here. I like Sojourn a lot here.
The rest of the team alive. Yeah, Kellen's just kind of jumping in.
To the frig up Stefano.
What Z and
Yeah, like I was being critical of Sojourn earlier, but versus these heroes, I like it.
losing his life fairly early.
Winston's easier to build rail on than other heroes pretty quickly. And you don't even need a fully charged rail versus Echo. Like, even just a quick chip rail can really help that 1v1 a lot.
Has the duplicate available as well, and now Dallas Fuel, they have the angles required. Kellen making room here with the bubble, and is known up here as well. Terrible news for
That being said, the reason why Dallas is running this is because this is the situation that's going to expose BAP as being difficult. Still a good map for him, but BAP's tough. And that's why they're running this here. I don't know if you necessarily swap the BAP here, but I mean, you could run Kiriko here. They'll probably stay for BAP window, but like, it is harder versus what Dallas is running. But I wouldn't be mad if they stayed BAP, to be honest. Like, the map is good enough to where they can probably get away with it. Oh, Kiri's banned? Okay, well then definitely probably stay BAP. Sorry. I actually think you stay BAP here if you're Lunix. You play to your strengths. The character can work on this map. It's fine. Is it hot to say Orisa is horrible into that either? Yeah, Orisa's pretty bad. If Diva was stronger and Zeb could play Diva, sure. The map's okay for Orisa, but I think third point we might have some problems for Lunix but I don't know what Zeb plays. You wouldn't mind Ana versus this? You could, yeah. Ana wouldn't be trash. A little bit more of a high risk, high reward play though. But yeah, I mean they're kind of. Ooh. Honestly, it would be so Sigma if Lunix just goes like Torb Sojourn or something like that. Kind of bad versus what Dallas is running, but it'd be really funny.
Sure, it was no dump, but that's fine. You trade that. You trade no dump for the checkpoint any day. Yeah, Lunix looking for answers here. Maybe on the third point, they will have a better chance, but they gotta start competing for these rooftops. And Kellen and Sunjar just
yeah. Yeah, hero pool is definitely a problem for these guys. Honestly, the fact that they made top 4 is insane, though. No, like that's honestly like insane.
Yeah, these high grounds are very important, like you mentioned. They could just try and go in.
Oh man, like Lucio's bad here, Orisa's bad here. I think Reaper's not good here either. He's okay versus the matchup, but it could be a little challenging. Man, what do you do? I feel like Ninwai maybe. Okay, you ready for this? I think the Lucio needs to swap. Literally any support. Mercy, Zen, like anything. Just anything. Because you're just you're not really going in. You're just kind of standing there. And I think Ninwai is the fraud here. They need a BAP window. Oh, bollocks, man. Oh, my days. There's the BAP window. There's an annihilation there. That's good, but I don't think it matters. Like, Luce is such a useless hero in this situation. You're not moving. There's no short sight lines. Brig, Mizuki, yeah, literally anything. You're not rotating. It's not, you don't mean like, oh, it's only good when you have speed. It's like, Luce is good if you're just standing still in a corner. But I've not watched World Cup Luke, no. But like, yeah, they weren't. Dude, even Juno, yeah, Juno, literally any support. Life Weaver would have been more useful there. I'm not joking. Mercy would have been more useful. Anything. It was that point. I think Lucio's fine in second. Second, that's much better for Lucio. But in that situation, you have to swap off Lucio, man. You just have to. You just have to. You just need a gun or something. At least Brig has packs, you know, or can deal with the Winston a little better.
We'll see. Looks like Sunjin again sticking on the Echo. Really like it.
We'll see what Lunix cooks up. Yes. I'm sorry. I am proud of you, yeah. Oh my gosh. Wait, what was that? What am I looking at? Is this stuff new? I don't know what those things are. Why'd you just freaking whip out an ore? Cat Bastion, Sig Tracer. Okay. Old on unknown. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Turn it up just a wee bit.
Mind games here with the Bastions. There you go. Okay, X10 not choosing the missile perk.
Pretty good. Pretty good strat.
And looks like
It's a mirror Cat Bastion. Wow, I don't know. Bat versus Ana, both are pretty good here. Ana's better maybe versus the raw Cat Bastion if you can get the range on it, but Bap's got a pretty nice gun if you're closer than that. Lamp's not really that useful, but you're just basically just playing. This is just like kind of like DPS and crap, you know? Bit of an overextension there for Chronic and Luke. That was an overextension. I wonder if they were running Cat Bastion because of Dallas, because they were expecting the Zarya stuff again.
Yeah, I think they just want to give up ticks. They don't really care about it right now.
There's the turret turn. Luke's low. Burning shield. There's the accretion. There's the Bapple. They can go for Ana with this. Oh no, 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 no. Ana's dead. Wait, CJ lives? Okay, okay, I think we're good. Wait, CJ gets the trade too. What? Oh, that's so that's actually ridiculous. CJ gets the nano off and gets a kill before dying to Bastion ult. Holy crap. Oh, Lunix is gonna be kicking themselves, man. They had that. They had that right there. They had the space and everything. I mean, you got 2 ticks almost, which is like fine, but that's not enough to hold Dallas. Like if you're Dallas here, I think Lunix. Oh man, Dallas could just run Winston. Ana Winston is just over. This is absolutely over. So Lunix has to go. Okay, well they're gonna run Ana Winston. So what can we run that cannot die? You can't run Bap here. You can't run Bap. Bap will lose to an ult fight eventually. Oh man. I mean, Cat Bastion is okay, but then the problem is like now you know you're playing a Cat Bastion because otherwise you just run Winston. So I think if you're Dallas, you could honestly play. Do you play Cat Bastion Nano Winston? That's kind of a meme. That's literally you're just playing to Cap first. Maybe you still do it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, CJ just lived that. That was ridiculous. Yeah, this is like an impossible situation because Dallas Steel can literally just play for like Nano Primal and you just can't win versus Nano Primal. It's just impossible. You would need double support ult. Like you would need like Kiriko, Juno, Mizuki, something, any, like you just can't. Toby Keith, is that a country artist? I think this is frick for Dallas Fuel. I'd be shocked if Lunix lives one ult fight. Nano or it might even. Oh my gosh, already a headshot.
Oh my goodness, forces Zomba to run away. I'm sure if Zomba ended up using recall though. Again, kind of checking.
Swap Echo, just go Tracer? Yeah. Oh, gosh.
The one clip is devious. Switching on Echo on the Tracer does it better than Zomba could.
That's it. Xen's naded. Bap is naded. It's over. It's Jover. Oh my gosh, the cat's sleeping. It's over. Yeah, vengeance for Sunjin. Hyper Patriarch music after 9/11. Yeah.
There's the map, the series, and their place locked in at mid-season.
The stage 1 champions hungry for revenge. Here in the
no,
the
final. I'll one up you.
For the mid-season championship after a brutal 0-3 loss yesterday to Team Liquid.
You know what would be better than Toby Keith in overtime? Wait. I remember this was the cringiest thing when we were kids. Come on, come on, come on. My YouTube's tweaking. I might have to do this on... Oh no, it worked. It worked. It worked. It worked. Sunday Night Football. Freaking Carrie Underwood. The overtime starts and this is what you hear. 9 years old, 10 years old, and being like, this is the worst thing I have ever seen in my life. So bad, dude. So bad. That's Pink? Okay, well, it said Carrie Underwood. I know Carrie Underwood did it later. So bad. You just want to like crawl under the couch. We would always turn it off and come back later. It was just the corniest crap ever. I guess it went really hard if you're like 50 and have a beer gut, but oh my days, it was bad. Oh. No pugs today, W. Unless I should have. Ice messaged me. Is it on the event thing? It's on the freaking event. Frick off. No freaking pugs. Sorry, forgot to update event. 4th of July. Yeah, my bad, W. My bad.
Is there anything you feel like Dallas Fuel could still be hiding up their sleeves, Reinforced?
I don't know. I feel like
It was so bad, man. I hated that type of music so much, dude. It was so bad. Oh. Dude, you know what went hard though was the NFL on Fox theme. NFL on Fox theme was pretty hard as a kid anyway.
Indeed was what kept them alive here in their lower bracket. They got to punch their ticket, and we now have CJ joining us for a quick yap after that victory. A dominant performance.
Now I gotta play it. Wait. Oh yeah. Honestly, the NBC theme was actually pretty good. Let me see. Is it still the same one? Frick me. YouTube just doesn't work anymore. Pretty good, no? Yeah, it kind of goes hard, honestly. And also, NFL on Fox was just disgusting. Come on. That's being super stupid. Come on. Oh, yeah. Dude. That's right. Heck yeah. 4th of July, bro. Like a real American. So hard. Dude. Alright, I'm gonna open myself up to some cringe. You guys ready for this? I'll admit it. I was like 11 years old or 12 years old. Alright. I'd go on my dad's computer. I'd play that. And I'd watch my highlights from the previous day. From my previous football game. With that music blasting in the background. It was, okay, I thought it was so. I was like, dude, this is amazing. I'm throwing water everywhere. And dude, I'd like sync it up, be like, bam, 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 like, bam. So good. So good. Oh my days. Wait, hang on a second. Bum 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 bum. Spell a football clip, number one. I've showed you guys some clips before, I think. I don't have that many highlights. I know a lot of my stuff wasn't recorded, but I don't think I've listened to Steelheart. I have a couple of plays, I think. Let me see if I can find it. I have a handful of plays. There's not a lot of plays, but there's a few. This one is on YouTube, actually. This is me in flag. It's me throwing a touchdown. If there's any interesting plays. I remember this was a weird league. It's like the first time doing flag football, and they didn't know how to do the rules right, so the rules were really weird. This was the playoffs. That was an interception. We won the championship that year. That was awesome. This was the championship game. Run the theme. Honestly, yeah, you're so right, actually. You're so real for that. I need to put this on loop. I'll eat the copyright strike, bro. I need it. I need this. I look slower than I was. I was still pretty fast at the time. I was always the fast kid, but... This is the championship. This is slow, dude. I was so slow in pads. This is my first season in pads. So 90-something yard touchdown, but I freaking looked incredibly slow. We were really bad. We won, like, I think 2 games the whole year. Oh, check this out. Check this one out. Look how many tackles I break here, bro. Let's check this out. Look at this. Ready? 1 tackle, 2 tackle, 3 tackle. I drag literally 3 people with me. No? Or 2. Well, what a goat. This is a tackle and forced fumble. We lost this game by a lot, but it's a good play. You gotta say your number 8 this season. Oh, this is high school. These guys were good. That guy was big. Nothing crazy. This was kind of a cool run. This was an option pass. An option pass we ran. Like they would do a reverse, and I had the option to throw it, and he wasn't open, so I just took off. No kidding, you were slow? No, it's not slow. It just looks slow. This is the same play, actually. Chris Fajardo! Is didn't say thank you for the sub. You better clip your toe. What the frick? The frick is that statement? I wasn't as fast in pads for sure. This is kind of a cool run. We had a lot of broken tackles here. This was the playoff game. Sadly, we lost this one as well. Dude, we're listening to NFL on Fox. Shut the frick up. I'll tell you what. This is nice. Dude, I was skinny here. I was like 140. Yeah, it's full size. Full size. What are you freaking saying, Stefano? Yes, it's a full size field. Oh, this won us the game. This was the game-winning touchdown right there. Is anything interesting here? That's a game-winning run there. This one right here actually was... We're putting this on leap. Or loop, I say. Leap. Linebacker. Dude, hey, look how fast I am. I chased this kid down. See? See? I was getting better. I won MVP my first year. Team MVP, not the league MVP, but... See? He was not happy about that. See, there's a couple of hits here, too. I think I have a video of a couple of hits that are pretty fun, because I love hitting people. Wrong sport, but still fits. All right, we'll play this one. NBA and NBC theme. All right, let's do this. Let's loop this fricker. Oh, yeah, I know this one. Thank you, A. Jackson. Dude, I creamed this dude. Watch this guy right here. Watch this. You guys see this? Watch this guy right here. Right here. Wham! You see that? They don't teach you that in school. Mostly because they'd be arrested. Wham! You see that? I sent this kid to the hospital, actually. I'm not very proud of that, but this hit right here, they had to ambulance him out. Not this one. This one, where was it? Where is it? Oh, this. No. Where is it? Frick, where is it, guys? Oh, I can't find it. Whatever. There's one of these. I don't remember. Well, I creamed this guy. This is the last one here. Too bad CD easy. Check out this guy to the left here. Yeah, anyway. Do you guys want to know a fun fact? How many of you guys are involved in... How many of you guys know NA politics? How many of you guys know NA politics? Raise your hand if you know North America... Or American... NA, I say. American politics. Do you recognize that last name? The person that's trying to get me to... Because this guy was being a turd this whole game. So he was kept playing after the whistle when he shouldn't have been. He kept... I was like, let me go. So I almost got into a fight with him. How many of you guys recognize the name Cawthorn? You recognize that name? I knew that guy for many years. That's who you think it is. Prior to the accident. That is Madison Cawthorn. I played football with Madison Cawthorn for several seasons. Alright, anyway, we'll move on. He was not my best friend, no.
Players, they've been looking flawless. They've been looking pretty darn flawless in general in stage 2. You know, they just dropped 2 maps overall, and it was the odd maps against our bottom teams, the Cafe.
Donald Trump. I mean, yeah, kind of. He was going to be Donald Trump's new kid in the block strategy. How'd you come up with your name? I don't know. It was a name I gave a Bionicle when I was a kid.
Is the tier break there? I certainly think so, but CJ in the previous interview said, nah, not really. I think on good days they're just really.
And I've had the name Smile for like 20 plus years.
The rest of North America. But I don't see a world where they don't win the region. This
Yeah.
is Dallas Field on your screen.
Tell us what's the
I played DPS every game. When you're at the high school level, not everyone gets playtime, and even in the middle school level, not everyone gets playtime. It's not like a rec league or whatever else. Honestly, even rec leagues are kind of bad at play, but no. The first season of football I ever played, flag football, literally our entire strategy for the first 2 games was hand the ball off left to me, hand the ball off right to me. The entire first 2 games. Not the greatest. That's the one. Tahu is classic, yeah. Do I sell any Bionicles? I mean...
And they saw some pretty mediocre results based on that fact, and so now...
Do I?
Stage 2, I just love Sugarfree's flexibility. It's not just a tracer.
Is it better to try and get comfortable with competitive organized Overwatch if you're on high diamond to wait until... I would wait until like Masters GM because you're going to have an easier time finding more serious teammates.
I don't think we're at all going to see a replicate.
Make one change to the map in football, what would you do?
Much tougher in this series.
I would say more natural grass, fewer turf fields. Boring answer.
Now on the other side, though, Team Liquid, they've leveled up at supersonic speed. It's actually a night and day.
How football isn't just traumatic brain injury, the sport. It is. I've had 4 concussions in 3 years. No, actually, that's not true. It wasn't 4. It was like 4 concussions in 4 seasons. Let's put it that way. 4 concussions in 4 seasons. Zoe is so pretty. Good for her. Thank you, Spoonman. Good for her. How come you guys never say that? His father was so pretty. Good for him.
I want Team Liquid to succeed too. They're missing out on the stage 1 LAN was just disappointing in all honesty. I wanted to see these guys go against some of the best teams.
No, you don't. You don't say it near enough.
But yesterday, you know, and locking themselves in with the spot, I'm excited to see how far they can actually go. I think Zera's been very good. I love the addition of attack.
Because I'm not pretty. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Kind of you.
Go in the chamber and then you come out 1,000 times stronger. It was truly night and day, like you said.
They did indeed. In fact, we shared yesterday as well that they're, booking.
I agree with UV swapped in.
Let's talk to their head.
I agree with UV. Unless you try the team playing in atmosphere, and you have a really fun time with it. The problem with the lower ranked teams, even like Masters, so they can just be super flaky and inconsistent. It can be kind of a waste of time. I would say that's a soft rule to follow. Soft rule to follow. Have a glam stream sometime. What do you think every stream is, bro? I almost dropped watermelon on my groin. Okay. Spilo is so pretty. Good for him. Thank you, Mingleton. Not as much Emma Bowl, but it's been a long time since I've had a concussion. I've been a good boy. I haven't had a concussion in 12 years. To my knowledge, anyway. Nothing significant, anyway.
Yesterday, and like the boot camp and Liquid saying, it's been a big boom for you. It's a great look. How do you guys feel?
Never broke a bone. No, I definitely have broken a bone.
Obviously, this
Sadly, broke my thumb. I've fractured a couple of fingers, minor fractures.
How confident is the rest of the squad? Because it'll be the.
But I've never broken a major bone. Yeah.
For you guys to show us what you got in 26.
Yeah, we weren't able to make the championships clash, but at the preseason boot camp,
I haven't had a concussion in 12 years that I can remember. Ha 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 ha. You guys like me chewing in your ear? I'm sorry, I realized I wasn't being thoughtful. There.
So I think out of all the NA teams, we'd like to show that, NA is not at the bottom. And we can do better than what we've shown so far this year.
Break off, man.
Now that we've made EWC, we can put money where our mouths are.
All right, so you beat down Dallas Fuel 3-0, looked real confident yesterday. Now you're facing SSG. How do you think they differ against Dallas Fuel? Do you think they are a much stronger opponent than Dallas Fuel were yesterday?
I think SSG is definitely stronger. They've kind of reinvented themselves this stage compared to last stage where they're just kind of Lucio Key one tricks, it felt like, just like us.
No, I haven't seen Colbert's report. No.
But now
or interview.
They play
no.
almost everything, right? They play the Capacian, they play the Wu Yang, they can still play that Lucio Kiri. I
mean, it's just, yeah, it's violent. It is what it is.
Who can show the most diversity in their compositions and who can surprise the enemy team?
We're so excited to see what you guys have in store for us. Kosores, thank you so
All right,
much
guys.
for taking the time.
Almost done.
Best of luck to you
Here you
in the
go.
squad.
Thank you.
Kosores, the head coach of Team Liquid, sharing some insights about
I gotta pee, bro.
in the last couple of weeks, which in fact I talked about this yesterday as well, right? Like it's not been an easy adjustments for the individuals, for the team as a whole. Obviously a new meta, new players, new everything. So there was just again a lot of moving pieces. But listen, they show up when it matters the most. They are making it to the upper bracket finals and we'll be playing SSG right here, right now. I'm super excited. I felt like obviously SSG still has to be considered the favorite for obvious reasons, but given what we've seen from Team Liquid yesterday, they can take maps for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I don't want to say SSG are going to roll them. I don't want to see a 3-0. I want to see a 3-2. I want to see a close game. Like, Team Liquid have got to bring it. I did vote for SSG, though. I think still they're really good. They're kind of clean with it. And I like Sugar Free. Sugar Free does show a lot of flexibility, like you were mentioning, Johnny, too. I think there's just so much still left in the wheelhouse for the team. And they're going to scare everybody, I think, in Land 2.
5-map bang.
Yeah, they gotta
Just
go
give us
all
a
now.
5-map bang.
Yeah, 5-map, that's right. Manifested, y'all, manifested in chat and, burn the stage or whatever it takes in order to get us to a map of 5. We're here for it, we're ready. Let's see who's gonna come out on top in our upper bracket final in NA. So guys, please take it away.
Here we go, Johnny. Who's going to find themselves in the final? No shock. Ilios is going to be the first
right.
map. Always on Ilios. We've seen a little bit of Nepal from EMEA. Come on, NN.
Sports are really hard on your body. Can you get no? Sports are great. They're just sports that have higher risks for different rewards. Like I would never, if I ever have a kid, like I'm never gonna they're not allowed to play tackle football until they're in high school, and probably not even then. Very dangerous sport with not a lot of upside. But sports are great. Movement's great. Competition's great. The problem with children's development, I actually read a whole book on this not too long ago about children's sports and sports development. And the reality is that sports are amazing and crucial for healthy competition and healthy body development. But it needs to mirror or mimic play. The problem is that a lot of parents force their kids or encourage their kids to one trick. And that can lead to some developmental problems. The best athletes in the world are generally the most healthy athletes in the world. Let's put it that way. Are people that have like a more diverse childhood and later specialization. It's much more healthy for your body. Jake Olwine, that fricker. Freaking baby. I can remember that, Stefano.
Just to help someone like a Cassidy, and even a Shion in that regard too. I still like the cat here. And obviously environmentals.
Team Liquid playing Diva themselves. So look, we haven't
Yeah, flag football is great for kids. Basketball's probably good. Soccer, European football, martial arts. And there's really not that many sports that would be considered bad for you, right? With the exception of maybe tackle football, but this will be fun, man. Here's our cat mirror. I mean, if you're gonna play cat on a map, it has to be this map, right? Like, has to be. Like, there's all sorts of verticality. There's all sorts of verticality pocket. You can pocket your tank, your DPS, take your own angle.
Actually didn't end up getting anyone, and now Team Liquid on the back foot of that failed dive. Lethal going to get picked up here. It's going to be a point cap.
After, I believe, Silly Babble. After, yeah. I think Ana's good in this map. If you're going to play Ana literally anywhere, this is the map for it. You could set up on height. This has been like the quintessential Ana map. Now, if we play, it will be interesting to see if they play Ana on like Lighthouse if we get there. I mean, Juno is fine too. Juno is chill.
Okay, a quick reset for SSG after they only get 16%.
This is where Team Liquid is such a scary team. I mean, look at this composition Team Liquid are playing. They could jump at you any opportunity. Sugar-free here.
I don't even think lifting is bad for children within heavy, careful moderation. It's like everything else, you know? D-Mech. Oh, Tree's cleaning the clock. But does get nanoed, and it's just not a... They haven't put this one away. Yeah, swimming's probably pretty good. Oh. Swimming is good because I think it's like full body, you know, has like good controlled motion. Swimming is probably very good for you. I used to swim a lot when I was a kid. You grew up in Florida, you kind of had to. And that was the ult bang from Space Station too. I mean, Juno ult is good, but honestly, with how spread out this map is, I don't know if Juno ult's like even that. Like, this is not like, oh, it's just a brawl mirror, you know, like Juno ult should be pretty easy to disengage and have to be very careful because you can explode in a second. Tree has an oiled rag. Gets the diva. Gets the sleep. And wait, Hawk gets out with sleep. I don't think it matters, but that was pretty funny. Wait, it kind of does matter, actually. It actually kind of matters, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that Hawk did that, kind of, maybe, potentially. That was... Oh, gosh, okay, they keep him up. Oh, okay, they get Hawk. But they don't have the flip, though. They don't have the flip, does SSG. Liquid is still stalling this. Or sorry, it does Liquid, sorry. So SSG is still stalling this, sorry. That was huge. That was actually insane that SSG gets that. Stefano, this is a professional match. Can it stunt growth? I think that, from what I understand, that is vastly overstated. But in theory, sure, it could. If you abused it, yes. It's a high-impact sport. Any high-impact sport can have developmental problems if you abuse it. What ult is worse than cat ult? I mean, High Noon. Death Blossom. Depends on the meta, depends on the situation. It also depends on the context of what we're talking about.
As Abro trades again, Space Station do end up flipping, but Team Liquid getting 84. The pulse bomb gets dodged. Kivis gets.
Who are you guys going for here? Do we see Nano on? Do we see Nano combo again here? It looks like they're trying to. They might just Nano Diva here, honestly. You don't need to force it. They're gonna grapple and then Nano. Oh, gee willikers. Yeah, they're just gonna Nano the Diva. Ah, they get the trade though. Okay, okay. Could be worse. Could be worse. Honestly, both teams are probably like, okay, we're happy with that ish, kind of, sort of. Oh.
But Hawk will get back to this point, and a tank is going to be a big difference maker for SSG here. If Lethal can get this Sky Noon as we approach this final fight, that could be what ends.
All right. Point flip taken. There's the Sky Noon that they're talking about here. Can they do? Oh dear, that ult does nothing. Sky Noon sleep on attack and attack remech. The answer is yes. And they get the lethal trade. Massive kill there. Nano Diva's still here, but they've got Cat ult soon. As long as Kivist is spacing things and Vega's spacing things, which they both are, then it's winnable. So they will potentially get flip here. But this is not good. Liquid's got this. Liquid's got this. Even if they can stall this, this should still be Liquid. Yeah. Wow, what a fun map. What a fun map, man.
They're going to chase Sabril away. A late nano boost onto Zera. And a nail-biting end.
What did he see? Are you talking about the Shiano? I don't know, man. It's hard. Like, I think he thought that he could pursue and clear the angle, but, like, Shiano is also super risky. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's literally better to just not ult. I think he thought he saw something, but it's better to just kind of, like, make a lot of noise and not die with the ult. It's not like Freelo. You get what I'm saying?
This tempo that Team Liquid are bringing, and the way they're finding a lot of picks in the middle of these fights, that is the big difference.
Let's see. Sig versus Orisa. Do we see more cat nonsense? Bastion's banned. This is a good OWCS map. I'm always happy to see some Ana, Canadian gamer. They don't stay sim. No. No way they stay sim, yeah. I don't know, man. I kind of like Liquid's comp a little bit better nowadays. I don't think there's enough width in the angle to justify the Tracer over the Xion. And I don't think Orisa is strong enough to beat Sigma right now on these narrow maps. That being said, if the Tracer can get behind and the Orisa can gap close, then maybe. Maybe. But that cooldown trade, it goes, you're like, oh, well, they both trade cooldowns, but that always favors Sigma. Sigma's way less cooldown reliant. And being able to get your Ana up to height here is so freaking OP. Would Genji work a skirmisher here? Mm-hmm. Yep. He would be a little bad versus the cat. Yeah, Genji's fine here. If they, he's probably not good enough in this current meta at this professional level. But like, let's put it this way: he's good enough to the point where if some random team were to roll out in this in an OWCS match, I wouldn't blink an eye. I wouldn't blink an eye. May makes a lot of... Yeah, so if he doesn't end up getting behind, and they're going to swap over to May. And I like the May a little bit better here. Now I think it's probably like a true skill matchup. Still feel like I prefer the Sigma a little tiny bit. But I think this is just skill check now. Ooh, scammed. Absolute scam. Oh, Sarah, no. I don't think it matters they lose that fight either way, but you would... Well, maybe. I don't know, man. That kind of sucks. Either way, you would have liked the trade there.
What is happening in this series? Sarah, we gotta clean those up. Absolute madness.
Cat helps a lot with retaking space, which is nice. You can kind of contest these heights with the Sigma, like right there. It's great. And then... Oh, that might be a fortify. Is that an early fortify? Nope, not yet. Sky Noon. Nano Hind. Oh, no. Can Lethal get the trade? Or, sorry, Zera get the trade? Lethal's just hiding. Sky Noon gets Admiral. I like that trade better, but the Orisa ult hits Sigma. Flux is also used, but the flip goes Team Liquid's way. So I favor Team Liquid's position by a little bit right now, especially if they get the trade, and they do. They get dies, because Lethal's a freak. They need to go now. Attack is going to go Diva. I think this is more for speed, more so than less so the hero, although Diva's fine here. Oh, man. That's actually a crazy trade for Lethal. He chunks a lot of Cassie HP and trades the cat. Zero chance that this should have happened. Ult from Cat's fine, but it doesn't do a whole lot. Doesn't force it. Attacks. Again, the flip comes. Vega needs to hit an ult here. Vega needs to hit an ult. Vega, somebody needs to die. Oh my days.
Okay, how are these kills coming through? Seriously.
Did they just give them flip? I think they do. Yeah, I think the smart play is to give them flip and just win the fight. Does Mercy have any pro play conversations recently? Not recently, no. Do you think seeing Malgan Lighthouse? I'd be surprised with the amount of perks that we have here. Okay, height with Ana. Headshot onto Orisa. Rotation. Nano here is big. May ult not that important. Nano, it's really like the nano trades here. It's gonna matter because nano can literally just negate so much. Oh no! Ah! Wait, the Ana dies though, so they have nano advantage. They actually have the nano advantage, but I think we're fine. Okay, but still, like that means Space Station has Nano Cat and Orisa ult coming back into this, which yeah, those aren't the most valuable ultimates, but I think I favor Space Station, man. Nano Cast is terrifying here. I think Team Liquid's got to be like kind of ratty here. Nano Cast is terrifying, man. Reposition your Ana and just slam it. Oh no! Lethal just kills Vega. Wait, but Orisa's won. Orisa gets naded. Okay, I like what Liquid had in mind there. They had to try something stupid. Liquid needs to bail. 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 Oh no, they went for the greedy trade. They're going for the chaos fight. I don't know if I agree with that. But at least they committed to something. Oh my gosh, frick, dude. C9. Oh man, they had that one. Lethal's just disgusting, man. Like uncastedy. Like I saw the vision. I mean, they killed the cats. I wonder if he lived if he'd rolled there sooner.
Just absolute madness. Vega, I saw the vision with the bomb. That would have been legendary.
Well, Kivas looks better. The first game we saw of Kivas literally looked terrible. Like, literally looked worse than a random Grandmaster put in here. No exaggeration. It was some of the worst support gameplay I've seen in OBCS in a long time. Not look so bad recently. Diva Mirror, because the map is really good for Diva. Lots of verticality. Cat on a mirror. They are going to use the on Lighthouse. Okay. Cat opening up all sorts of hero picks here just due to the repositional options. Kivas gets the angle early. Cat's awfully low. That's an early per, maybe? Oh, yeah! How lethal, like, doogie. I like the trade better. Diva trade here feels better, but is that all? Attack gets UV. It's just hide and go seek, man. You just gotta be so careful. They get first flip, though. That feels kind of bad. They should be able to get it right back, though. Oh, and they get sugar-free. Ouch. It's kind of funny. They're actually using the damage perk here. I guess it's because the other one got nerfed a little bit, but I feel like the other perk would be pretty good for self-sustainment. Maybe you don't need a lot of healing here. Maybe you just have a ton of it with the on a cat. Maybe we might as well go for the extra flexibility with the lethality. That's both CDs from UV. That's going to get them a little bit more of a guaranteed space on height. Kivas is low. They've just got to watch this teleport cat crap. Kivas rotates out, getting help from Diva. I don't know where Tree slept, man. Oh, my days. Wait, is that a dead Cassidy? No. They catch him.
Ends up tapping him in the head with a headshot perk too. They're almost going to get a cap as well. They'd end up going.
That's huge. Bomb for remake here. They do lose flip, but Attack will be able to safely remake here. And that should mean another pretty quick flip back. UV is awfully low, but this should still... There's no real... Unless they get Nano here, which they might. There's a Nano. They could peel this off. The problem here for Team Liquid is just so much of this is just... Oh, no. Oh, wait, they saved them. They saved them. They killed with the Nano and the perk. Hang on a second, chat. Is the perk broken versus Cat? Is that why, like, it makes you just a delete Cat out of the sky? Maybe that's the thought process here. They must have had some reps on this. Like, it just insane. Oh my gosh, UV's a freak.
That is going to be the difference maker for Team Liquid here as well. Sirius doing a tremendous
How is it
job on
bad?
the
You'd have to go
players.
back and look. It was everything was bad. Passive, bad mechanics, bad cooldown. It was just terrible. Yeah, I know, but Nano and the perks still. I don't really know what Tree's doing. I think Tree's just kind of like lurking on the angle there. Lethal flanking behind. Sky Noon looking for the Ana or the Cat. Vega's able to disengage and live. That's going to be a D-Mac. They just, yeah, it becomes such a broken ultimate. This is the one downside about Tree not running Cassidy, is that you don't really have anything that can do that as well. So Tree kind of has to live on his flank and make stuff work. I don't think the Shion's bad. It's just there are some inherent downsides.
But Team Liquid drops like 90-something%. 89. It'll do.
All right.
Question for Space Station is, how do you win one of these fights with the Sky Noon?
Both teams got choices here. Coming up to a lot of ultimates, SSG, depending on how long this fight goes.
Pushing these fights over the edge for SSG here as Team Liquid.
Tree's been AFK this game. Well, he's not had pocket. That's the thing.
The Tracer in a composition like this. Ultra
He's been kind of on his own.
find something with the biotic rain here to buy space.
From what little I can. Uh-oh.
Oh, UV's dead. Yeah.
Oh no. The rotation is smooth. The point will be flipped. Potentially. Great sleep from Kivus, even if the trade goes through. Where was attack? Where was attack for that whole exchange? That should not have happened. Oh, they almost get the D-Mac, or they almost get the kill afterwards too.
Oh, the stick from Zera. What was that onto April? Into the sky. Hawk ends up getting desuited. Can't quite get the kill, but no, they can actually swimming in at the perfect moment after that self-destruct.
Okay, absolute insane that Space Station were able to win, almost win that, and then an insane clutch from Team Liquid. Nano Tracer, can we look at Nano Tracer, please? Spectators! Spectators, Nano Tracer! We have 2 nanos on the field right now, and we didn't see either of them. Sky Noon.
Nobody around. There's nobody around. He didn't even pull the trigger on that one either. The cat nap from Admiral.
Vega's dead. That's really bad. Oh my gosh. Team Liquid, bro. How? Were we over concerned about point? What happened there, man? Tree has to swap. Tree has to swap. Tree has to swap. You gotta go insanely fast here. Sim TP or something. Actually, no, I'm stupid. She's fast, really. She's really fast, too. Oh no, Kivus gets staggered. Dang, dude. What? What a chumble. Great map.
I think it comes down to Sugar Free clutching things up with the 2K. In that very
I agree with Reinforce. Reinforce is basically saying, I think the fight, this is the moment that mattered, I think. This right here, I know Zero pops off afterwards. This right here, right... Was it here? Where was it? Is it here? Yeah, right here. Right here. Like, this just can't happen, man. Like, you're up 1. They have so little resources and so little staging. I don't understand why they had so little space here right now. This right here is just criminal. Not only does Kivus die, Tree gets pulsed and dies in the middle of the ultimate, and then Vega also gets freaking... And then Vega dies too. Like, there's a good argument that nobody should have died here from Team Liquid. I don't really... I think the problem here... I think the problem here was dragging the Ana to point. They needed to, like, let Tree maybe cap or something. Like, it's crazy to me that we have flipped the map and we're all stuck on point here. I don't know. We would have to analyze this in the replay code here, but this is an unforgivable fight to lose. Like, you have map control, your flipping point, and your up one, and there's really no relevant CDs that are left anymore. And we even hit the sleep dart. They lose this fight, guys. And it takes a miracle that they win the extended fight like 20 seconds later. And it takes way too much for them to do so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Bummer. Oh, I'm going for TL just because the underdogs, I don't really care that much. I'm just looking, I'm always going to be like underdog pilled, and because it makes for a more interesting series to watch.
More dive with the Tracer and the Shion. Looks like attack stepping out though, Infected coming in for TL.
Infected in.
Okay. Well,
all right.
I respect your wish.
Boston in.
If that comes into fruition, Infected being subbed in.
Did we see what map we're gonna get? It has to be something a little more open.
Protect for the Mauga as well. It just makes the most sense.
It does. Mauga's pretty good on hybrid and good on Neon Junction.
Neon Junction, okay.
Yeah, banning the Orisa. Okie dokie.
What do you even play in Neon Junction? No way it's like a full dive map. No way. No way.
Or how SSG want to ban.
Doesn't even feel like that good of a ball map.
Well, actually, would you ban
right?
if you're SSG quickly before they put the one?
I mean,
feels like more like poke slop.
Position, maybe with like a Symmetra or something like that. Or okay, I'm not too sure actually.
Yeah, Ryan Ram, yeah, Sig,
they have so much like flexibility,
something like that.
So like on New Junk City, they'll play something like a Wu Yang kind of composition, right? It's
Definitely feels like that.
I actually kind of like this because
okay, guys, kind of a weird thing. They're not in chat right now, so I can check like the viewers. There's been like this one Twitch employee that keeps, or like one or two Twitch employees that are constantly in the viewers. I noticed this the other day. I was trying to see if I had a mod online like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, wait, that's a Twitch employee? So it's kind of strange, and I see them pretty frequently now. Yeah, I don't know. I thought the meme was that they only watch hot tub streamers. So.
I don't mind the tempo change whatsoever. All right, slow down in.
Shion is so pretty good for her.
W. Upper finals. Winner here goes to the stage to playoff finals. Or they go to Paris at the end of the month.
Wait, where is this? What section of the map is this?
Infected Rhine. Come on.
What was that? Where was that?
We've seen it on
Is that outside the map?
Come on.
Infected does love some Rhine.
I think it actually like matches well into SSG, except for the.
Dude, honestly, I'm kind of depressed that Infected is considering Rhine here. I hope he doesn't roll out Rhine, because as we know, Rhine is a C tier hero.
Let's maybe not play the Reinhardt, but if like Hog was
and rank, well, to be fair, difference between rank and scrims, guys. No, we might actually see Rhine here. TP Bastion with Rhine, some TM nonsense.
Like, how long is this Rhine going to survive? All right, they're going to TP out.
Yeah, makes sense. Malga Bastion is kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie with you guys. I don't understand the Malga Bastion that much.
Hey man, I'm saying Reinhardt got buffed. The break points with the fire strike.
I don't know.
W.
It's like heavy turn-based Overwatch. Like you go in with a hard slam and cardiac and try to disrupt it, maybe. But yeah, I mean, it has to be that. That's what it is. It's like you go in for the hard TP engage, cardiac, the whole 9 yards. Oh, Infected just hits those, and Hawk is dead. Freaking, he hits those. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad strategy. I mean, you go in with a teleport strat, and then you cardiac slam, Bastion turret form. Like there's just big burst, speed ring, slam. I like the Doomfist swap. Doomfist is sexy here. It's good. The only situation you'll ever see Doomfist is this matchup right here. Nice call, Starmarin. Starmarin doing the homework. And then Malga counter swap. Frickin' Hawk getting hawked on. Dude, this is so funny. The good news is that you still have Tracer. Like, Tracer's pretty good here if you're Space Station, I think. I think you can play around the Malga stuff with Tracer. I think Tracer can work. I don't even think you necessarily have to swap the Doomfist here. If that's what's going to keep infected on this, then it's potentially winnable. Problem with Doomfist. Hockey? You don't think Bastion stays for Space Station? For Space Station, surely, probably not. I don't even know where you go here. Sojourn? Probably Soj. Probably Soj is your best bet. Has to be Sojourn. Oh, he's gonna go in. They get the tempo. They get the timing. There's your turret turn. They have a lot of layers, does Liquid, and that might be the win though. Oh no, wait, Space Station double support ults as well. Oh no, the problem with Doomfist isn't enough. Lethal has to swap Soj. Maybe he stays for Bastion ult just because they need something here, but UV goes Wooing, which is good versus this comp. Yeah, Xion wouldn't be bad. I feel like it's only a matter of time though before we see Sojourn from one of these teams though. Cage, Hawk is fricked. Wait, no, they just broke it. I am incorrect. But Nade gets it anyway, never mind. Yeah, TL is just kind of one step ahead with the swaps here, to be honest. I don't think that that's a insult to Space Station. I think that I'm saying like they've had their opportunities too, but yeah. Sugarfree's gonna go Reaper. Why no Soj, man? I don't understand. Reaper's fine. Why aren't we seeing the F tier hero, guys? Oh. That has to be like a nade moment or something. Maybe not. I don't know. Or a Sim Ore moment or a Kiriko headshot. Like, this is really bad for Space Station. We're coming up in Kitsu advantage here, and it's going to be really hard to disengage this with the cart progress as much as 3, 2, 1, Kitsu. They have to disengage this, and I don't know if they're going to be able to build their ults in time. Honestly, whoa, they flank comboed. UV's a crack, I say. A freak. They wrapped. Honestly, I forget how long it takes to cap this point the last little bit. So, that was insane. Good clutch there from Space Station to get the flankety there. I think this point sucks. I think it has things that are decent about it, but I think a lot of this point, I think this is the worst point on the map. Potentially.
And that gives you a good opportunity now to hold on this third point. Sugarfree waiting in the wings here.
There's a lot of dead ends. Deep Wing ultimate. They're gonna try to knock down the thing. They teleport out. Runs out. Simwall versus Kitsu. They layer the Juno ults too late. Simwall, Reaper, 2 OP. If we're gonna see swaps, it's gonna be now. Yeah, there's the Reaper swap. More bursty. No, too much movement with this composition compared to what we saw in King's Row Existence. Too much movement. Is this the best hybrid escort? No, not even close. I wouldn't even put this in the top 3. In my opinion. But I'm abstaining from having I'm abstaining from having a hard opinion just yet. 5 Gimballs if we see a person on high ground. Actually, good point. There's so many freaking dead ends. Yeah, this is a great situation for UV, man. Triple shot versus Bastion, double poke, Malga. Like, it's just absolutely insane. They're going to go in hard to speed ring. Kitsu is a little late, but it's okay. It's enough. They'll get a lot of space off of that. Bastion's low. Reload comes at an awkward time. Sugarfree gets ulted to layer back. They explode the bubble instantaneously. They need the next turn here. 3, 2, 1. There's the turn. Hawk doesn't die. Kitsu's there. Bastion also layered on top. Cardiac's not there from infected Cardiac. No Cardiac means death. That's really well played by Space Station. Really well played.
general drops the Kitsune Rush as well to kind of close things out there. And a minute 30 here only for Team Liquid after a dominant first couple of points. Vegas going to come up on this orbital raid. They're looking to push the tempo at all times, but Ultraviolet goes
Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Run it down. You need your staggers now. Go, 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 go. All the way to spawn. All the way. Touch doors. Touch the spawn doors. You need your kills now. Juno, come on, come on, come on, come on. Run it down. Run it down. Don't sit here. Don't sit here. You gotta go. 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 Your time is now. Your time is now. Now. Frick! Oh! Just in time. They had to pull. They should have pulled that trigger way sooner. Why is Bash the pick now? Like, dude, we could follow the line a long way. Matchup, macro, bleh. And I'm not convinced that Bastion was even like that crazy here. I think Soch might have been pretty useful, but I don't know. Maybe the map. A lot to the map.
On the third point because it started out real rough for them. Take a look here at one of these final fights. Is Sugar-Free actually just cleaning things up there with the Death Blossom? I mean, it looks good when you drop the ultimates.
Oh, look at that.
That's ridiculous.
That was crazy. A nade killing
Easy and consistent? I mean, not really. Like, if you could say that about literally any time period in Bastion's life, it's because of Sebastian on this map. And then they counter Sebastian, and then they counter the Sebastian, and they counter the Sebastian, and they kind of come to a neutral standpoint. That's it. That's what always happens to these pro metas, right? They find a good strategy, you counter the good strategy with a less good strategy generally, but it's very good versus that specific strategy, and they counter the counter. I mean, you literally saw the evolution of why we ended up on that last. You literally watched that live time. The original strategy for this map was Ryan Sebastian, right? That's what happened. You saw how pro metas evolve, like a perfect little microcosm of how pro metas evolve. And right, you could be like, oh yeah, maybe so just not that good in third point, yeah.
With the Bastion and then the May as well. Tough comp for Infected to deal with. They're waiting. Looks like they're going to shield forward. Paying attention to where this teleporter is going to be very important for SSG. They're on the high ground. They're ready to descend.
This is 2016,
they're ready.
Bro.
It is. It really is. Death is coming for them if they are dragged off this high ground. Got to be careful. That Ravenous Vortex, very deadly. There's the teleport. And here comes the Rhine and the Bastion. Coupling up with the form. It's nice, but the wall.
Oh no, infected. Hold.
Yeah,
oh no.
That's the pain and torture and suffering that I was talking about.
Oh, the Bastion.
Infected's job is just so hard on the Rhine if he can't use that teleport readily. This comp is always perfectly built.
Kind of a weird disengage from Team Liquid. Like, they didn't really disengage. It just kind of like bumbled around there.
Easy does it. And well, you gotta still say that the reaction from SSG
Terrible hero, that's right.
Their first intuition was to flank around, get below the Reinhardt.
I'm not sure, Jacob.
And then force the teleporter from Sarah. It was still good positioning from SSG. Their first intuition.
So forfeiting the shield for the Bastion rotation for a better matchup versus the tank, and really, every Malga poops all over every single hero in this matchup. Bastion, May, none of this bothers him.
This is where SSG could start.
As a doing this video and submitting this out, yep, pretty much. I mean, it's a good answer for everything though. Like, why is X0 good? AOE's a lot of times the answer, right? It's a good easy meme, you know. Kitsu. Yeah, they noticed that they waited a second. They want to make sure it wasn't disengaged first. And it wasn't. And then they're going to continue to layer on top of that. Bastion ult to try to catch. Doesn't work. They respond with Kitsu. They teleport out. Crazy from Team Liquid. No, they commit. Hello? They commit. They commit. And so they commit Symbol. And so somebody couldn't get out there. Or there was a missed call. That's a bumble and a half from Team Liquid right there. That's a bumble and a half. Somebody bumbled. Somebody bumbled the chicken. It bumbled into the pot right there. They were like halfway to disengaging and they just didn't. So I don't know what happened there. They bumbled it. Speed ring's awfully early. What is Zero dying to? Where are we? What's going on?
And this is SSG rolling with the brawl compositions now.
Hello?
Team Liquid.
Curie angle early.
Okay, yeah. Don't give Sugar-Free a right click.
Did they say Mayult for Cage? Yeah, probably. They'll just honestly, they'll just probably throw Mayult on the floor, you know? You could use Mayult for anything. There's... Oh, Infected so freaking low. Infected so freaking low. There's the Orbital Ray trade. That favors Mayog. That forces Bash. I mean, I feel like Space Station's going to win this. Like, they have... The layering is superior. Well, hang on a second. They didn't kill anything. That was the turn for them to kill something, and they just didn't. And then now this is where the naked neutral comes into play here, where Malga just is raid boss when all your buttons are dead. They Kitsu and Infected dies. Never mind. I didn't realize they had that close to Kitsu. I mean, I don't know, guys. Like, even that, like, Infected seems to be playing on a... Like, what? I don't know. There's, like, a distinct lack of aggression from Liquid when Infected is in. I don't know what the frick is going on there. Like, I don't know what the frick is going on there.
I think this is such impressive play by Space Station.
This Cat Bastion ruined professional Overwatch.
They decide to sit back.
Yes, forever ruined. That's it.
That is the difference maker as well for them ending up capping that second point. Now we saw
Queenie, I'm glad I bore you.
stalwart defense that SSG were able to pull out on their own defense.
Our Space Station can be able to kite this, disengage this Kitsu. 3, 2. They're waiting. They're dancing. They're dancing. They don't want to commit. They're going to use an L. Yeah. See, they waited for Ram Shield, and then now they're going to try to disengage it. But I think that's too much of a commitment. I think are they going to try to layer Mayult on top, and they respond with Suzu. This time, Infected's not by himself. That's an Ice Block Force as well. I think Liquid's pretty happy with that. That's 1 for 1. And also a bunch of cooldowns. So in theory, Liquid should still win this if they can turn correctly. I'll take the May for Reaper trade. 3, 2, 1. Peeking. They peek. Hawk goes boom boom. They respond with Bastion Layer. That's a speed ring disengage. Reaper's back faster than May. Infected disengages again. They're all on the same page. Tree responds with his own boom boom. Hawk is very low. Hawk could be turned on right now. Do they have the timing of the tempo? They do not. They wait 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. There it is. Do they Juno ult? No, they Cage Fight first. Juno ult's layered on top. They Juno ult to layer on top of that layer, and then they Reaper ult as well. Probably unnecessary to use the Reaper ult. I'm going to be honest with you guys. 3 for 1. Not the play. Not the play. Not the play at all, ladies and gentlemen. Even with Reaper ult. Even with Reaper ult. I think the Cage was fine. The Juno ult was fine. You just don't Reaper ult there. You never know what you might be able to get a goofy trade. Who knows? They're going to full commit. I like the full commit here from Team Liquid. They need to fight a little bit scammy. So a little bit of extra time waste, a little bit of extra ult charge. We will take that, yes, sir. And this time, they've actually, as a team, committed to that push. So it works. Well done. Loves and kisses. Great job. Kitsu Lair. There's the Sojourn swap we were warning about earlier. And Liquid has bought themselves a little bit of wiggle room here. SSG is going to have Kitsu. They're going to have the Annihilation layered on top, but not the most valuable ult in the history of the universe unless it's for connecting on backline, which you do need the speed ring for. So we will see exactly what they do with this. Did they just kill Vega? Thank you, Sojourn. Kitsu for Kitsu. Team Liquid cannot back up. They need a trade or they need something messy right now. They need it. That is massive. That is absolutely massive. Insane that Hawk sold this. The only thing that Hawk needed to do was not die, and he did. He died. In fact, it's going to die to Blizzard, but honestly, that's not a problem whatsoever. If Liquid can disengage this, which they should be able to, this should be absolutely no problem recontest. Almost best case scenario for Team Liquid right there. 3, 2, 1. Stalling. Diva swap. Oh! What? Absolutely unforgivable death there from Tree. Zero reason for him to be there. Because the Diva swap here is atrocious. It's just done for speed. He gets his cage frozen and Liquid sells again.
What's the plan? What's the plan?
Right?
What is
Wait.
the plan? What is the plan?
Do SSG sell more? Do they sell more? No, they don't.
Looks like it's going to be able to. 3 dice on point. Oh, and now we're rotating Divas too.
Actually, ridiculous selling there. They just needed to not die for literally 1 second. We did not need to be pushing that tree. Unbelievable. That's a full hold there if they don't do that. Frick!
That went basically the same for both teams. They both had, what, like 4 minutes going into last?
I mean, this is a replica of what we saw on Circuit Royale in EMEA. Both teams mimicking their time to approach overtime here.
Nice of SSG to clutch that. Unbelievable.
I mean,
yeah, I'm surprised Hawk popped the Annihilation as well.
Just straight off the rip when you lock in the Sojourn. That's crazy. That Lethal is able to open things up like that, allows you to round
Because, dude,
the corner.
you're up 1, you have close spawns, and Hawk came back on D.Va, bro. That's not optimal in that situation. You know?
Yeah, they don't get it done if that pick doesn't hit.
You win that, and you're also coming back to your superior ult layer if you can just live. Okay. All right, well, we're going to open with Malga Defense here. I imagine Space Station's probably going to run something similar, but I would not be surprised if we saw the Soj make a return. Or maybe they'll do the cat little nonsense, but I wouldn't hate seeing Sojourn here. Mizuki is not banned, but Mizuki is not going to be played because they want to play the Symmetra stuff, and Mizuki is just not as good with that. Mizuki is more of like a Ramda turret or a Sigma like a poke trade here, and they're going TB and I think Lethal should go for Cass. Could be good with the cat. Space Station thinks they're cooking here. They think they're cooking. They think they're cooking here. It does make things a little awkward for Zera, because there's nothing really that you can really turn on here besides Cassidy. Let's see. They're going to go for the turret perk as well, and go big boom, you know? There's the Suzu, there's the healing. Hawk is getting completely annihilated right now due to the lack of turret on his thing, and also Reaper in his face with lifesteal, and that's that. Well, that was anticlimactic. Is it anticlimactic or anticlimactic? Is there a C in there somewhere? It's like Antarctica or Antarctica. I used to spell like Antarctica when I was like 8. Well, yeah, it doesn't really matter with the strategy. Yeah, the Bastion strategy was kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if you just mirror the Reaper Soj or go Bastion Soj or something like that. They get the touch. Lethal can always clutch, but Zero gets Admiral. Sugar Free gets the touch again, but yeah, should be over. Even with the Reaper trade, Reaper probably traded for something. Yeah, that's it. Hawk will die. Counter pin from Malgas, and that's it. Anticlimactic. Okay. Thank you. Wait. No, it's the climatic. It's there is no C. Hello, Bart.
Looks pretty damn solid. No capture progress whatsoever. No tick for Space
Does
Station.
Climax have a K sound?
I mean, straight up, that was just a poor attack. SSG.
Yeah, but Climax doesn't have a T sound either.
That is an attack they would like.
There is a C?
There's a great opportunity here for Team Liquid.
Let me just spell it in Twitch chat. Well, it's
to avoid a draw and steal a map here on Neon Junction.
Which one?
To tie up the series.
Get your votes in now. Okay, C.
Ooh, Hawk on the Sigma instead. I love the May on these defenses too. Having the ability.
All right. Yep, skippy to do. Just Liquid whip it out.
Because you only need a pick, and you're only fighting against a minute. Yeah, the spawns are really close here for TL, but.
Could be a draw. Right?
Maybe looking for something cheeky here. All right.
There are 2 C's. You mean there are 3 C's? Thank you, Pelican.
If they get found or they instantly fall over, it's done. You need this wall to be perfect.
Oh, they're going to try to turn real early. They're trying to catch them with the pants down. But they kept their pants on. Vendetta, Zarya, Soj. Malga. Yeah, I like this. I like this. This is spicy. This is a mega turn. Giga turn. All the way in. Rotate. Tree holds main. Vendetta staging from right side. Soj swings wide. Patience. Patience. Builds your rail. Holds your rail. Builds your rail. Holds your rail. Builds your rail. 3, 2, 1. Speed ring. Bastion low. Lethal enters turret form. He's lost his armor though. He's out. Cardiac's end. Zero gets traded. I don't freaking know how. They're gonna have to disengage. They gotta disengage now. They gotta disengage now. They gotta disengage now. Back, wrong way. Wrong way, Tree. Wait, Tree, they get out. How? I don't know how they got out. 3, 2, we need a stomp. We need a stomp from Infected. Infected has to land a stomp. Has to. Zero. Must land it. Go. Oh, he dodges the wall. Oh, he dodges the wall and gets Suzu. 3, 2, 1. That's the turn. Overhead comes in. Vega gets ultraviolet with the torpedoes. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Hit your overheads. Hit your overheads. It doesn't matter. TL clutches it. An insane disengage and re-engage with staging to boot. The boot. And Liquid pulls it out 1-1.
33%
Really good job. Like I was impressed with how fast they were able to set up their staging consistently. Nicely done. That was good. They did a good job. Good plays from both teams. Like honestly, like I felt like Team Liquid kind of had them on the ropes there. Now UV, if you die to torpedoes, something else stinks. You know what I'm saying? Something else happened. Your Suzu got forced, or something else happened. You're just reading the kill feed.
And with all that space earned, Team Liquid are able to put enough pressure onto the objective that they end up capping things out in overtime and tying up the series.
It really was a good disengage. I could not believe that they got that out.
Look at the stats as well. Did you see how many limbs Liquid had, like as a team, and how much damage as well? I mean,
yeah, you guys complaining about my mic limiter now? Imagine what it was like. Like that clip is like, that's old school, man. That thing hits hard. Gee willikers.
A lot of highlight clips too, it must be said. That was crazy.
What a map. Like both of these maps have just peaked. In their own way too, just completely different styles. Both teams going head to head. Dare I say we're peaking.
Hey, this is going the distance too. Minimum of 4 maps now. It's so, I mean, this is going to be a close.
The high ground's just bad in third point from what I've seen. I haven't explored this map enough to tell you, but like it just leads to nowhere. The where you want to take fights, a lot of the times the high grounds just aren't useful.
23, 34 on the Liquid side. It's crazy. It's insane. The Junos are the ones with the least damage.
I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be back in a moment.
From Juno, 25k, 22k. Like the Kirikos are rocking like 10 plus k damage. Like just a bloodbath map. Disgusting stuff. I'm happy we saw some Neo Junction too. I was happy to cast that one.
Yeah, what a map.
TL and SSG, one each now. I like the proactive changes too, even going over to Vendetta, like just making sure we have the upper edge, making full use of the entire minute they had. Entire minute in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, the risk they took there, I thought that was very impressive from Liquid. And now the question is, where do you kind of go from here? The thing is, they're both so evenly matched in so many different styles that I'm kind of like it's hard to really identify what the upper hand is for either team. I would say maybe SSG, if they play a brawl map and ban out the Mauga, then things get a little bit more difficult for Infected. Or maybe if you're able to force the Diva matchup somewhere, that could be the edge for SSG here.
In the store right now, you can pick up the Fire and Tide bundle, the exclusive bundle. You get a few of those things exclusively to the bundle 2, the sprays and the name cards. They're looking rather clean. Some of the old Overwatch esports skins, reimagined, recolored for this one. So if you didn't like the colorway from previous, you can pick up this one instead. That's available now in the Overwatch esports store. So make sure.
No cheating. Who's the person on the right side? Who's the hero on the right side? Oh, frick. Never mind. What a dumb question. It's literally right there. Never mind. Frick.
But Team Liquid really good yesterday on this map.
What the bans for SSG? SSG are taking it and banning first.
Rats. There goes my entire bit. You know what I was thinking about? You guys ever played KOTOR 2?
Sure,
wait.
Because even if you ban a tank away from
Knights of the Old Republic.
Like that. The Winston, I think, is going to be too vulnerable. We saw that yesterday. It's going to be the Mizuki ban, actually, which prevents, you know, the slower kind of Sigma composition to take place on the defense for Team Liquid here. But it does allow them to play a pretty active dive approach here.
Team Liquid, what you say?
Yeah.
Can't ban a support, of course.
Wait.
Maybe even go for this one. So if you didn't like the colorway from previous, you can pick up.
Kind of? I don't know. Maybe it's not as close as I thought it was. Never mind.
So make sure you go pick that one up.
Kind of. Just like a little tiny bit.
Esports store. So make sure you go pick that one up. In theory, you could ban Cat if they want to get that out.
Not that close, but.
It's going to be Diva. Ah, yeah, there you go. Targeting Hawk.
Yeah.
Banning Diva. All right. Getting Diva out of the pool. Very good map for dive. Probably one of our
They're both women, I think.
better ones, to be fair. On this map, they love to play dive, so yeah, getting Hawk and forcing them onto a non-dive comp and forcing Hawk not necessarily off comfort, but comfort for this.
What was the map pick? I didn't even see. I guess I'm gonna wait literally 2 seconds and see.
Dorado. I don't think it'll be at all
Dorado.
we saw yesterday
Ah.
with Team Liquid.
Ban
Last few,
Mizuki.
SSG has a little something up their sleeve here because you
Ban
can't really
Diva.
watch Team Liquid when they play Tracer and Shield.
Did we just see Brawl
It's
Slap?
optic,
Is Infected in?
super high tempo, those kind of compositions here. And so SSG, they're probably thinking, you know, they can play Cat, Cassidy, and keep doing what they were doing on Elio, sort of. I think that's my best bet.
Yeah, Cast, yeah.
I don't even know. In the current meta, people are playing just all this weird sim stuff. So like, I'm like, oh, play Winster and Dorado with them. But now I just don't even know anymore.
It's just forcing them into a
I've watched not much of the World Cup.
They play poke.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm glad this isn't a 3-0. That's all I can say. Our bracket has been full of 3-0s, although
Has it been good?
Dallas Fuel game was very entertaining because TL had shown us kind of something new in this playoffs. But yeah, I'm glad we're 1-1. EME have had some good games.
I don't think I want to see them pulling out the hug.
So, yeah, I'm happy with America.
No, I don't have the answers anymore.
Yeah, hopefully this
Back in the day,
What is so amazing
I had
about
all the
this match
answers.
is not only
Now,
that, like, they're going toe to toe, but it's also that what Kasura said pre-game. It's like the hero pools are so deep between these two teams.
we watched them watching
that
NA slop.
you cannot
I've
be
had fun
sure
in these
what the enemy
games.
team is going to play. It felt like this entire stage. We're talking about Dallas Fuel. You know, we know we're going to play the Pharah, and they're going to try and pick your opponents apart. Lunex, they love playing the Zarya and the
If they banned
Orisa.
initially Infected is
Now
still
you see
in,
this SSG Team Liquid matchup, and you're like,
maybe.
what are they actually going to play? They can play a lot of different styles.
What are they cooking?
So what are they cooking?
The game is
Bit of
cooked.
mystery, I
Well,
guess.
remember, you have to play things that are also like synergistic with the meta. You know, it's like it's not like Winston's bad in this map, but if people are playing like sim crap and like cat stuff, maybe Winston not as good at that. I'm curious to see if we see more naked cat, like solo cat stuff. You know, without the Bastion, because this seems like this could be another map where that could be pretty good. You know, could be. No, they won't play Baller Winston. No way. I'd restream Asia Odysseus or choose not to. I mean, I could go back in the stream if you wanted me to. Or we're waiting. Yeah, honestly, good shout. We could do that. I don't know why I'm just not doing that. Or I could just pull up the YouTube VOD. Who won this match, y'all? No, wait, don't tell. Don't tell. Did TM win it?
So much damage being thrown at them.
You just can't kill this.
Looks like it.
I mean, this game is looking to be done sooner rather than later. Zox with the OT touch, but TV and
But that's kind of where he's at. But maybe
Okay, we're starting.
Stuff besides esports. All right. Like
What?
I just like
Mirror Zarya and Gibraltar?
talent team. Let's go to
Really?
a boot camp, but it's not like
That's
we're gonna
crazy.
straight up play matches or anything. Like we're gonna go
Which
to a
is
boot
going
camp
on holiday.
and just go hang.
What you're just
Yeah, looks like we're gonna do some poke brawl slop.
Yeah, I mean that isn't that. What
And
that
we
is?
see some cat.
I mean,
With a lot of activity schedule, I guess it has to be a little bit intense. A boot camp, it's not a holiday because it's intense. So
okay, check this out.
They won't
we're
stay
done
Widow.
with an intense amount of planning and scheduling.
We go Hawaii,
Not in this comp.
Yeah.
go snorkeling,
Okay.
go diving, or we go skiing.
I mean, that just sounds like the best time already. Boot camp for non-esports. I'm calling it.
It's calling a holiday. Man, esports man discovers holidays. All right, here we go.
I'm just
Cat
saying.
Bastion.
Maybe they're cooking in real life over there.
It's so true, bro. All right, Cat Bastion, 2 Sigmas.
Malgus have
Okay,
48%
so
win
he's
rate.
gonna walk on 6, and they're gonna rock
Well, he's
with
more
the
honest than he
Mei.
used to be.
And I like this style from SSG, and I really like the Mei too. I think Sugar Free's Mei has been really good. Whoa, slingshot Hawk.
Kind of an early purr there, but
I mean,
And now
the
Sugar Free just plays point.
hindsight, you know.
balance is so good, right? Because
First,
you
such a
can get
weird
away with playing
cooldown.
the Cat Bastion, but
The fact that like
you can also
scales
let
over
them
time
KO
makes
by
it just such a
themselves. So
strange.
you have a little bit of balance in the front line, but also so much aerial pressure here. So Team Liquid, how will they adapt to this approach? Obviously, SSG, they will
Now
play
what do you
a
do?
lot around
Like
this
this
turret
is where your comp
and
power
when the
spikes
turret is
out,
done
right?
for
Like
lethal, that is Sarah's kind of time to strike with the caster.
They've managed to gain
Like,
quite a bit
maybe
of
you
space,
lean
taking
over
the
to our
side ground
left, you
without
know,
any
with the cat
casualties,
bastion,
but
but
not, dishing out
feels
as
kind of
much
bad to have
damage
both
as they'd like on
resources
Team
devoted
Liquid.
here,
It was
and
definitely gonna change
I
that,
guess they're
though.
just, oh yeah,
Nice
see
rock
right there,
onto
see
it,
that's what they're doing, is
still
they're
got
overwhelming
Flames in mind
infected,
to stop and get
and like they're
stopping
they're
the
winning
back,
with
so
the
a
Sigma
two-pronged
accretion
approach.
trade,
A
but
duo
also that's not all
message
infected.
from
Like
TPS,
why
so
was there
some
not pressure more elsewhere? Like why was there not more? I don't know if Shion's the play here, guys. Like it doesn't seem like on that particular point she has enough like lane pressure, you know. Tell Flats that? About what, Malga? Oh, dude, I watched some of that like Flats light video exchange. Like, dude, it was so bad. Wait, that was almost sick.
Whoa!
Okay, now we're maybe gonna get some cat casts going on here.
Getting out of this one. Do not drag me to my doom. Unfortunately, though, yeah, this Bastion has to be dealt with. Sky Noon onto the cat. Needs to hit the second shot. No, it's all right. Vega's there. Manages to get both Lethal and Admiral. Little support combat.
Peak brain rot content. Yeah, they're just like talking past each other. I don't know. It was funny because it was actually kind of coincidental because they kind of had like their like debate was like the perfect example of like tier list balancing for pros versus flat players. That kind of whole like context stuff. It's just like, yeah. We've had this conversation before. But they pull into the flux. Or no, they didn't. Or they were trying to. They were trying to dislodge, man. This is... Man, I don't know. This feels like this favors Space Station a lot in terms of hero strengths. You got a Sigmir.
It's gonna get kidnapped too. It manages to get away. Oh no, Vega Dragon Hawk away from the fight, but still infected. Overwhelmed.
I don't know, man. You're running. Oh, they got a trade, so that's huge. That might mean a recontest.
All good, not a problem.
And honestly, just the May has been the difference here. They're just putting so much pressure onto the
yeah. Liquid looks a little lost, man.
Effort here on the wrecking ball, not going to work out for you. Sorry, buddy. But Team Liquid playing this
Light and Flats, LYT. Some old school Overwatch. I don't even remember who. So he made a video on 66 a while ago.
2 pretty quick points on the back of that May, and it comes back to kind of haunt Team Liquid here again.
Ash, no. Ash should kind of get, I don't know, man. Tracer would be great here. I think if you're Liquid, I think you might need to run Tracer. It's not great, but it's better than what freaking crap we're seeing here. I think the Reaper swap was with the intent of Hawks swapping Malga at some point in the next few minutes. Yeah, exactly, Agent September. It was just painful to read because nobody like defined their terms. Nobody was going with good faith. And like they're just like talking past each other. Surely Space Station doesn't win this right now, right? Okay.
Oh, Sugar Free definitely out of the fight now. The bash is pretty low too. Small optimization there a second ago with Infected. He ended up tanking one of the lethal ult, like the Bastion ult shots. Because he wasn't in any danger.
It was also such a lost cause too, because like having a serious discussion about rivals like balance and design is like such a lost cause. Such a stupid game.
Kev got this rush online.
Question's EU.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
They're in cover though. I mean,
do it. Gotta rip it now.
They managed to ping out the cat. High Noon from Coast over. Oh, the catnap. Oh, it's that.
Admiral almost gets it. Admiral tries to dodge it with catnap. I actually respect that. My most brain rotted video that I've released, probably the Rush Cortisol tier list. That one was so brain rotted, it was actually kind of hard to do. Yeah, I watched the Egoist Cat video. He messaged me like a week ago. Was like, I've got a video coming out soon, so I was stoked. It was a good video.
That was their one great opportunity to kind of close out the map, and now Infected built up this cage fight on the defense. Team Liquid are quite comfortable here on the defense. This is now going to be a challenge versus Chief to get back and get this payload pushing.
We'll just get out of this choke point first. Sugar Free got dominated by Tree, forces him to rotate. Tree should be able to escape to safety. There you go, there's the cage. Actually pushes Lethal out of cage range, but it's Hawk the main target. There's the catnap. Hawk escapes for his life, and also
Tree. Really good at cleaning up those Devolve fights is that ultimate.
After every cooldown was used,
Here with the Anakin fire review.
the backlining picks up a double.
And suddenly it's Space Station now left.
I'm surprised Space Station hasn't tried to mirror this with Malga or something. Like, yeah, okay. Because it's like, it was working until things got really, really compressed, and then it's like, you just go, like, just mirror what you did in Neon Junction to an extent, you know? Dude, Egoist Cat sounds just like Vadividya. You guys know Vadividya? Are they gonna go what is Infected doing? Why are they... Wait, they got the cast? I don't know about push. I don't know about cheating there. I mean, it kinda got you a trade, I guess.
SSG are going to be able to march on. I think Team Liquid, they're just trying to poke and prod for a little bit, rely on Sarah's high ground positioning.
No, that was a team call, man. Like, that was a team call. They called that. I don't know.
Huge pick from Tree, actually. Just on the off angle.
Big trade, yeah.
Finds Sugar Free and capitalizes on it, and just buys even more time.
The Egoist Cat and Vadividya sound just alike. Like, not literally word for word alike, but very, very similar.
Oh, this is so bad. Suzu, not quite. Lethal shuts him down.
So much greed there. So much greed there.
But they've already used
Hawkeyes,
so many
though.
cooldowns. Surely it's a free pick onto Hawk. The catnap steals the Malgar away. No cleanse to help him.
Just pull the trigger, bro. Just put the fries in the bag. Put the bullet in the head, you know what I'm saying? Like, frickin' greed.
Zero swaps over to the Reaper. Now themselves, they really want to hold these close cornered choke points and not allow SSG to step through. They have the Skydune themselves, though. But
Space Station just made the swap, I think, too late.
It's become a big target for Liquid.
Can Lethal get this one done? Here's the flashbang. Sky Noon.
There's the turn. Holy booty. That's just cooked. Oh, Cat should be dead here, maybe too. Oh, maybe not. Lethal should be dead, though. Kitsu's in time, though, and they have Mirror Kitsu, but... Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Good hold. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I felt like, honestly, just like Liquid just kind of just got smoked. Just bent over, like laid over and died there on freaking first and second point. But I don't know. Space Station just couldn't get a plan together in third, man. Oh, I should update stream title. I'm not pressing anymore.
They found picks, a couple of fights with decisive aggression through the choke points from Space Station Gaming. And
OWCS and Fun Excitement.
That was a really impressive, well-rounded defense by Team Liquid.
Suzu into 3 people focus firing. That was so nice to stop that play. That was an almost guaranteed triple, too.
Weirdest fan interaction?
Yeah, look how close Hawk is to the cage. He gets it as soon as he dies.
In person?
Not quite there. Kiv is only dying once, too, for TL. That is kind of a crazy stat line.
Do you play for your life when you play ranked?
Or like over internet?
Yeah, we're losing this team fight. I'm gonna run back. I'm not throwing myself on the card.
Yeah. Well, no. If I throw myself on the card, I'm that guy. Okay. But if I'm playing Ana or Alari, I will be staying alive. Like, I am not throwing myself on payload because I'm not playing like a million miles away.
I do it like involuntarily.
I don't know.
Like,
I've had a lot of weird ones, like nudes and crap, but
low death score. So I press tab like at the end of the game.
that doesn't feel like that weird. Or not. It is weird. It's just like not exactly clever or funny.
Like, he just doesn't.
I don't know. I haven't really had that many weird, crazy, funny stories with fan interactions.
I don't mean to. I just naturally does.
The in-person stuff was pretty normal, pretty chill. I enjoyed that a lot, honestly. Nothing really weird like that.
All right. Cat Bastion.
Yeah, tier list was over, yeah.
Cat Bastion. Here for us.
But nothing super weird, to be honest. Yeah.
Half a Bastion play.
I wish I could pretend that I'd have a funnier story, but I don't really. It's been pretty normal. We'll see with BlizzCon. Maybe I'll get proposed to at BlizzCon or something, or somebody will name their child after me. Oh, yeah, sorry, Califron. Remind me after this team fight, and I'll open the channels. Apologies.
All right, bit of poking and prodding so far. Nothing too egregious here, apart from Infected being on stairs already.
I like what Liquid's running here. Like, you gotta play to your strengths. You gotta try something.
And unfortunately, it ends up perishing at the hands of
The
Lethal.
kid Tanner.
Looks like a nade is going to follow Infected into that small room, but they still control high ground, even though the payload is...
Change the bottom banner over what? No, I'm just gonna leave and press just to annoy you now.
Infected was real low here. Does get the mega. So SSG not able to capitalize on that one.
Yeah, it's Cali.
Well, Infector's going to get out.
Oh,
No problem
Zero
there.
gets
Nice
tricked.
solo kill onto Zera for
Press conference
UV.
later.
And now Hawk hits the rock on
Yeah,
the
BlizzCon will be kind of weird though, because it's like it's not. I guess it will be no weirder than Dallas. DreamHack was kind of weird too, because like Overwatch at DreamHack was like I'm gonna change the stream the channel house really fast. Give me a second. It was like kind of like pretty small compared to like what DreamHack was as a whole, frankly.
Every second matters big time here. So they need to get something going here with the Tracer and the Xion, but you're looking at the side of SG. Who are you really going to pick on here? Tough to get the cat out of the sky in the
Okay, both channels should be visible now.
Ice block.
Yeah, DreamHawk was kind of weird because it was like there's a lot of people there, but like a lot of people that weren't there for Overwatch. And BlizzCon will be kind of funny too in a similar fashion because like I am not a Blizzard fan. I've literally never played a single Blizzard game beyond Overwatch.
Oh,
that sucks.
Into the wall and the rock, Infected lost control of his character completely.
I will not be watching the World Cup. Oh, we talking about like the Overwatch World Cup? Maybe. I don't know what I'm going to be doing there exactly.
And even Zera too.
Yeah, and Zera dropped the pulse one there as well. I almost think a swap needs to come through now from Team Liquid. I don't think they can keep committing to the composition like this. Only have 90 seconds to go here. But
I don't know what you swap to though. Like maybe you could go Cass, but like honestly, Zera's Cass doesn't exactly impress. So it's like I think the strategy from Liquid, like playing to the strengths, seems relatively logical. But I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention of like the timing of things. Yeah, maybe there's something wrong with that.
In a spot again where he can get a cage fight maybe. They got the catnap too, but they are against the Sigma Flux. There's the cage fight on Hawk. Artillery barrage from Lethal, trying to peel for Hawk here. He's managed to get
I'm gonna try to layer that with Hawk. Ooh.
Without even popping his ult.
That's a good one. Okay, Liquid will take that.
Nice.
And that should be a Cat.
Teamwork from SSG,
Dude, I like Cat as a character. She's okay. I'm indifferent. People like her. It's fine. I don't personally find her that interesting, but
yeah, that was a cage fight that needed to get value, and they did find it. So that unlocks the first point here. And Team Liquid move on here on towards the second point, but noteworthy a lot of time.
Well, good news for Liquid is Tracer's gonna feel a little better than May here.
Onto the objective. They're objective gamers with this as
I don't know what the plan is for BlizzCon, frankly.
So Team Liquid, they gotta keep finding momentum, keep finding picks now when they don't have the cage fight available.
Any of you guys planning on going?
So maybe as soon as they try and go for a high ground play,
Early angle with a Cat in the Bastion.
They got visited soon as well, so we're in a spot where Team Liquid almost have to take this as a try fight.
I like maybe the Xion needs to swap or something. Maybe Tree. Like now the irony is that as the angles have opened up now, it makes less sense to have a naked Cat now. Without something. Yeah, okay, they're gonna do Cat Bastion. Okay.
It is indeed, and Tree takes this opportunity. Now when Lethal has this tank mode perk, Tree is going to have
BlizzCon's for rich people? Well, I'm not having to pay, so frick off. Travel is expensive though. I haven't gone to a single Overwatch event since two years ago now. It's been 2. No tournaments or nothing.
Still worth the squeeze though for Team Liquid. They still got to deal with Hawk in this high ground too. They can close the gap onto Tree still using this height. Flying the Bastion around now. Here comes the artillery strike on this high ground. Infected falls down.
Kitsu, can you disengage it? Probably not. Oh, jeez. I don't know about that Kitsu from Kivus. I think you just are happy to lose that, and then Zero also mistimes the pulse bomb. Frick me, man.
Catch the timing on the May there, so when she pops out, she instantly dies, but a little bit too early from Zera. Now that with only a minute to go, still gonna fight.
Seems like a sussy pulse bomb there, but
yeah, this is brilliant reactivity.
Okay, Cat Bastion Cass.
Well, but Space Station, they know their win condition here. They're not going to win a head-to-head with the turret forms. And so they kind of have to play around Tree's own turret form and either play really aggressively or disengage.
Look at where Hawk is, by the way. He's on the other high ground. That is a scary place for the Sigma to be. Oh, and Infected just dies.
Look how they're committing,
I mean,
ring around the rosy, baby.
They need these kills. Any late death here is kind of awful. 30 seconds to go. There's one fight, Johnny.
Yeah, and Tree is just
This
not
looks too good for
finding
Space
the
Station.
angles
They're
for
just,
flanking.
their execution of how they're
Still,
controlling
this
height and
May
flanks with the Bash is
has
just so
been
much better than Liquid.
pivotal
Liquid looks
for
completely
Space
lost.
Station now because they still control
I don't think
the
there's anything
front
wrong with
lines
Liquid's
while all
comp here.
this
You just have to
Bastion
play it,
shenanigans is
and
going
they just
on.
don't. They just
And
don't.
Infected is having a
The
real
team
tough
play
time
just isn't
on
there.
Mauga here.
Mechanical
So
play
10
isn't there.
seconds to go here. Liquid's last opportunity to get this payload rolling, but SSG is been in full control.
Oh no! Oh no!
Zero
Sarah!
switch, that's it.
He was trapped in a small corridor. The rock ends up hitting Tree as well as
That's
Hawk
GG's.
is such a dominant angle. The cage fight, but it's just matched with a blizzard. That's it. Push over, map over.
My stage is currently on fire? What do you mean? Is there like another wildfire outbreak?
What a magnificent play on the defense. The cap play and the positioning was just exceptional.
Yeah, you gotta say that was.
Oh
an
shoot, my
amazing
internet just
performance
boinked.
by Space Station. Just so confident in their composition, their approach, their win condition. And even though Liquid, you know, theoretically, you might think that Team Liquid, well, the Bastion pick makes sense. They're doing all the right things right now. I think
Crazy, man.
SSG's
Stay safe.
execution of that defense was
Obviously.
perfect. Even though Tree was making these big flanks on the Bastion with Vega in the sky, SSG said, okay, well, if you're going to keep flanking, then we'll just commit to a 5 versus 3 in the front line.
Yeah.
And SSG reaped the rewards.
I think what shut down that flank too is Hawk being put up on the bridge. You know, like the gate.
Yeah, the
area.
DPS support synergy was just odd. There was like a real, felt really challenging for them to be able to do much of anything around the map. When you saw it to an extent on first and second, and they managed to hold on defense on third, but they just look completely out of their
We need the Bastion to take an angle.
off
then
their
Hawk
goop,
standing
you
in
know?
front of your face. The furthest possible point. Oh, this triple was nice. I'm glad we're getting this on the replay. Look at that. Double direct. Boop. Nice. That was real clean.
Look, the
And then
perk is
Hawk's
good, but clean.
Infected in the catch 22 as well. Like,
It's more the meta,
if I was
W.
playing Malga, cage fights are generally good for our comp. Like, if we get on the high ground, get a cage fight going, we're probably going to be able to pop off. But then Infected's like, well, I can't switch to 6. It's been too long. I've got a cage. Like, maybe we can get it moving. It's like, well, actually, no. It feels like we should have swapped a couple of fights ago over to Sigma ourselves. You just couldn't get it done. SSG, match point. They're looking at a final spot here in the Stage 2 playoffs.
Yeah, and Team Liquid with a real thinker now, because the May has been the advantage for SSG. Do you want to ban out the May from Sugar Free? Well, that's going to open doors for SSG to deal with Liquid in a different way. Like if we go to a new Jungle City here, for example, and you decide to ban the May, well, the go-to composition for SSG has been the Wu Yang instead, and Ultraviolet has been fantastic.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Winnable? Not winnable?
Ultraviolet.
Not sure. I'm probably gonna call stream there. I'll raid Lethal. Lethal's actually streaming his POV if you guys want to watch. That'll be cool. I'll see you guys later. End of the week. I will see you guys later. See you guys on Tuesday. Goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye, Twitch. GG's. Enjoy the rest of the series. All right. Bye, y'all.